have calligrapher's supplies.
Hello, welcome to Strahd. Here at Apollo. We are on our, I believe this is our fourth episode. There we go. And we've got a full group here today. So I'll guess we'll start over here with Aaron. We'll just let everybody introduce their characters again. And we'll pick up from where we left off, and we'll work everybody else in.
Okay, I'm Fest Bashaman. I'm a choir master devoted to I'm going to say modern instead of Mater, even though this is his name.
Mater.
I'm technically a bard. And I ran away last time, so I'm probably wandering out in the woods.
In the mist. Yeah.
I'm Ireena Kolyana. I'm a NPC, sort of. I am the adopted daughter of the Burgomeister, who was deceased when they arrived in Barovia. And
I didn't know that either.
Did we know that?
Yeah, you knew that.
yeah, you know
Yeah,
that.
Donovich passed that on.
Yeah. And for some reason, Strahd really likes me, and he wants to turn me into one of his thralls. And I don't.
Convinced that he's not your real dad?
That's just speculation at this point, though. I mean, we
Well,
don't really
I don't know
his
his
motives.
motives. That the campaign literature knows his motives, but I don't know his motives. And last session, he almost killed my adopted brother, who was my last family member left in the world, and the only person who has ever really cared about me. So
Ismark the Lesser.
Ismark the
But
Lesser.
we saved
Poor Ismark. And so before he had the chance to kill him, I said I would go with him to his castle. So I'm with Strahd right now.
So we saved him.
Well, you're not with Strahd. Strahd disappeared.
Oh, right, no.
You're
yeah.
missed it
Asked
up.
you to journey.
He told me to come to the castle.
Yeah,
That's
you
right.
guys are still
He
outside
took
in the graveyard area. You're in the church with Donovich, and yeah.
The guy that he bit, did he go with him?
Yeah,
I think the
her
He
lesser
took
adopted
Ismark
Yeah,
and said,
he put his
"Come
cloak
to the
around him and
castle."
that
Yeah.
whole
Okay,
like
and then
that's
like
what
vaporized.
tropey
Okay.
vampire thing and just
Okay.
turned into
Gotcha.
mist.
Yeah. So
It was
we have to
unclear.
go to the castle if we want him to not eat Ismark. So.
Arc.
I am playing Ark, the human barbarian woodsman type. He is very uncomfortable with pretty much everything that's going on. Maintains a constant state of suspicious alertness, and otherwise smashes through things when necessary or when asked politely to do so. And he has now taken at level 3 the path of the Freedom Warrior, and his chosen token at this point is the bear.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
Just regular bear, not owl bear, not okay.
Just big old bear.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah.
I'm playing I'm Adam playing Syrdath, the Drow who just picked his new class, Archetype, which is playtesting the Revive, which I've been around before, I guess you could say. And I don't have much more to say other than we'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah.
All right, I am John. I am playing Marick Ulrich, the wizard. And he is basically a good old-fashioned bookworm who loves to do his research and gets distracted by it pretty easily. That's basically it.
I am Trill Vess, and I am a devotee paladin to Pellamore.
What manner of deity is that? Is that like a good one or a bad
He
one? Good one
is
or bad
a good god of stuff. No. He's a good god of death, so he like believes in
Honorable death.
there's an
Like,
afterlife.
of the
and-
order of death, not like I want everything to be dead.
Yes.
Yeah, natural
like,
deaths.
Yeah, like death is natural, it's going to happen. You
Yes.
shouldn't fear it, you should accept it as part of life.
The undead shouldn't be walking around.
Yeah.
So
No one does.
I left one thing off of mine.
What?
I went down the path of lore, which means you're going to hate me because I'm a debuffer now.
Lovely. All right. When last we left off, you guys had escaped the death house. Just so, at least most of you did. And you made it into the Blood on the Vine Tavern. Met Ismark the Lesser. He brought you to his estate with his sister, and she said she would go with you out of town if you helped bury her father. You went and met Donovich, who some strange yelling was coming out of his church, out of the basement, believed to be his son Doru in the basement, yelling for blood, and how so very hungry he is. As you buried the old burgomaster, and Donovich read him, his last rights, I guess. Yeah. They don't say what I'm supposed to say in the book there, but he talked about the Morning Lord and life well lived. No one other than Strahd von Zarovich, the Lord of Barovia, came up on a carriage, and you had an encounter with him and his zombies, mostly his zombies. Some attacks on him. There'd be a flash of red light from a tower on Castle Ravenloft, but no actual damage seemed to happen to him. And Ismark, trying to defend his sister's honor, has attacked Strahd, and Strahd made short work of his neck and drained some blood out of him and put his cape around him and disappeared into the mist. Now, while all this is going on, we've got Fest lost in the mist. He ran out of the death house into the mist because the situation was getting pretty dire, and it's a lot for anyone to take. Give me a Constitution saving throw as you wander in the mist.
Dun, dun. Ooh, that was almost a 19. I got a 9.
All right,
9.
You lost your boots.
You spend 2 hours wandering around in the mist, just completely lost. And it's exhausting. You feel like the very wet air is sucking the life force out of you. You have 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay.
And you come out of the mist right back where you started, in front of what used to be a large manor house, 3 stories, but is now embers, and it's weird. The joints and support beams are slowly shunting and growing out of it. And it's still kind of got a little bit of fire licking to it. The rain's kind of keeping it from just being a full inferno, but it's burning. There's some brick and stuff that's not scathed but blackened, but you can see the whole place has just been burned down.
Is there a dead dwarf burned in the rubble?
Yeah, I want to look around for my companions.
You gonna go into the house?
I'm gonna go up to it and look. So as it's physically growing around me, in front of me, I can see it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch it and see what it feels like.
Okay. You put your hand in the fire.
Well, I'm gonna put my hand on a piece of
It's
timber
hot.
as it's growing.
It's hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look around for corpses and my friends.
You give me a perception check.
Corpse recovery.
Man, I'm rolling terrible today. I don't notice anything. I got an 8.
Okay, you spend some time looking around, 14, 15 minutes. You hear, you can still hear kind of a faint moaning coming from a building, and a creak of an old cart. And you can see kind of like a humbled, hunched figure pushing a cart around kind of down the street.
I'm going to go to that person.
Okay. You walk down, and an elderly woman with white hair and kind of a hood to keep the rain off of her is pushing this wooden cart, and it's got some rags covering it up, and you can smell it smells like delicious kind of food coming from it. And she looks up at you and she goes, "Oh, I don't recognize you, laddie. Who are you?"
I'm Fest Bashaman, dedicated to the broken god.
"Oh, what brings you to Barovia?"
It is a long story, but I'm looking for some friends of mine.
"Oh, I believe Granny has seen them. They purchased..."
How would Granny know? He hasn't described them.
Oh, well, the only ones that haven't been in town. She knows everyone in town. And he's not from here. So Granny says, "I sold them one of my pies, pastries, well, 2, I believe. And they went on their way. I believe I saw them going to the Blood on the Vine Tavern."
Okay, thank you. I'm glad to know that they're safe.
"Would you like to take one of Granny's..." And she pulls out pulls a cloth off and pulls out a pastry for you and says, "Would you like to take one of Granny's pastries?"
Sure.
First one's free. She gives you a pastry.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
Write down that you have an evil pie.
Does it smell good?
It smells delicious.
What does she look like?
She just looks like an old granny, maybe in her 80s, kind of worn down and tired looking, but she's hobbling along and pushing this cart. And
Actually, I'm going to be like, here, and I'm actually going to give her silver.
oh, thank you.
I'm not going to take your wares for free.
I appreciate that, darling. Well, come find Granny anytime you need another. Normally I sell them for 1 gold, but the silver is nice.
Well, shit.
And she'll pocket
Better
it.
than free.
Yeah, yeah.
Expensive ass.
Okay.
Calm down.
And then I guess what do you do after that?
I'm going to go into the direction that she indicated and look for this Blood on Divine Tavern.
See the sign swinging.
Mm-hmm.
Go in. There's 3 women sitting on the right. Barkeep in the back, kind of an old, thinning barkeep that's just cleaning, kind of routinely cleaning glasses that look pretty clean already. And a couple other figures sitting in the back, kind of shaded. And that's what you see. You don't see any of your friends when you go in.
So all this is happening right now to him was yesterday to the rest of us, right?
No, you went there that same night.
He was stuck in the mist
He was stuck in the mist.
while we were going to the tavern.
You're catching up. I'll work you in.
Did we
Okay.
spend the night at your house?
Go straight to the barkeep and...
Yeah,
Okay.
Time works different here.
apparently.
You didn't...
Yeah, we stayed the night at.
Oh yeah, you did spend the night. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry.
We don't know
Wait.
how long he was lost.
He said 2 hours.
Yeah, I did say 2 hours.
I wasn't listening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go to the barkeep and
Yeah.
be like, good sir, I'm looking for, and I'll give him the description. I'm looking for a black-laced woman wearing armor. I don't forget what your guy looks like.
Just a bookworm.
Yes, a scrawny bookwormish man.
I'm really interested to see how you describe mine.
Yeah.
A beautiful dark elf. The most gorgeous.
Actually,
I've
time
ever
in the mist does work differently, so...
One of the few non-evil dark elves.
Okay, I was just trying to follow.
Appreciate it.
Great tipper. Always polite.
Yeah, you blame the paladin
Okay.
for saying that last time.
He goes, some strange men came in, and left with, Ismark the Lesser. Not but, I want to say, 10 hours ago.
Okay.
Are you going to buy something?
Yes, actually.
Don't take the loiterers around here.
What goes well with pies sold by that old woman?
I think the Red Dragon Crush. If you'd like a bottle of that.
I don't need a whole bottle. I just want a drink.
He'll pour you a drink and he'll say that'll be 2 silver.
Okay, I pay you. I'm gonna.
A 1 gold pie.
I'm gonna crack into this pie.
Okay.
I'm hungry.
Okay.
Okay.
The first bite you take of this pie.
He didn't describe her as an evil old person to me. It's just like a old
He didn't
woman.
describe her as an evil old person to us.
You guys are just
He chose
suspicious.
the picture, though. Didn't he?
Well, I
He's
mean,
an old lady in the dark selling pies, giving them away for free. You know what else?
in
For
front of a
free?
death house.
Drugs.
Mm-hmm. We've heard about
In
drugs.
front of a death house.
We've heard about drugs.
So you take a bite
You smoke.
of the pie, and
Oh, maybe
Give
Fest
a
is cool with
picture of the
drugs.
evil pie.
I do have a picture of evil pies.
Yes.
Well, actually, let me ask you a question, Jason.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Is there something so off-putting about this woman and
No,
these
no,
pies?
you were eating the pies.
No, I was gonna say, just in general, like, would I be look at this and be like, this is something I want to eat?
Is that a
Yeah.
screenshot from the
Is this
Sweeney
a
Todd
reputable
movie?
drug dealer before I put the syringe in my arm?
Definitely looked like
I just want to know if I'm
red
going
in front of one of
completely
those
against
pies
common
and
sense here.
spilled out.
No,
Because everybody else apparently was just like, oh, hell no.
It's
They're
really
just-
me.
They're just
It was
untrusting.
him.
But she looked like a perfectly cromulent old woman,
Outrageous.
and these look like good pies.
Cromulent word.
It smells great, right? She didn't do anything to make me think that she was going to
No.
poison me or get me addicted to buying pies.
No.
All right, I'm gonna eat this fucking pie.
Okay.
I mean, pie.
Too late.
You take the first bite, and you take another, and another, and it's like,
I'm drinking.
yeah, I mean, it's
I'm famished from being out
delicious.
in the
You are
mist.
licking the bowl in no time. You've cleaned out this whole pie.
The pie comes in a bowl.
Well, the little pans.
Okay.
A pie pan.
Yeah.
Man, I'm like licking it.
Betty. You
Yeah,
made a
yeah,
whole
bowl of
pie?
Good barkeep.
I'm like, barkeep, why don't you serve her pies at your bar? I mean, you can turn a tidy profit.
Yeah, he's just watching you, and so are the standing woman in the corner. And gosh, I gotta find that. I feel like there should.
You know what else is delicious now? Human flesh.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a lot of page turning for a regular ass pie.
Yeah. The next pie you're going to mainline in your veins like Nikki Sixx. Like,
Yeah, I feel like they should tell me what page it's on. See, chapter 6.
Just got the pie pan and a lighter underneath it.
Sorry, chapter 6. Because that's helpful.
The whole chapter dedicated to eating the pie.
Apparently.
Chapter's called "So Somebody Ate the Pie."
So your player's an idiot.
It's a pamphlet.
Okay. Yeah, it tastes kind of like a small mincemeat pie.
Excellent.
Oh no.
Give me a Constitution saving throw. Your second one of the day.
you make those when you go get one.
I got a 13.
Okay. You immediately fall into a trance and
You're never gonna
fall
find
off your
that.
bar stool, and for 6 hours, this is why he's showing up late.
See, I'm helping out with the continuity.
You fall
here.
over on the bench, and you lay on the floor in this bar for 6 hours, and you dream. You dream of a time when you were the happiest you've ever been. It's your mom, and it's feast day, and she's brought you a present, and you're with her again, and your dad, and it's just the best time ever. You're strolling through meadows, there's sunlight, it just feels wonderful. And when you wake up, you want another pie.
Well, yeah, dude.
So it's a heroin pie.
Yeah.
It's the heroine of this story.
And you believe the whole thing. It feels real. You felt like you were really there with your parents.
I want to look at my book and see if it what it describes.
You
to
look
me.
in your book and there's no pie in there, but you really want one. The page, the description in the book ends with you running out of the death house and going into the mist. It doesn't keep going. It stopped there.
Weird. Is it not doing anything now?
No, nothing's running now in your book. And all the gold on you is gone when you come through. You notice your whole gold purse is gone.
Huh.
Is that after he woke up from being asleep on the bar floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Those things are related?
How much gold do you have?
That's what I'm about to look.
None now.
Is the barkeep still there?
Yeah, he's cleaning. He's just looking down at you.
I'm gonna, like,
Kind of
pull
one
up
big eye, kind of squinting at you.
and pat all my stuff. Are my instruments still here?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did I have my gold listed? Anyways, I'll figure it out. I'm gonna be like, barkeep, I can't help but notice that my purse is considerably lighter than before I... What happened exactly? Before I guess I passed out?
You just passed out and fell asleep over there. I put a little cushion. You see a little old ratty cushion that was under your head.
Mm-hmm.
I put that there. I was worried you'd die here, and I'd have to explain it to your kin. But yeah, you just laid there smiling and giggling.
Did anybody else come and...
You called me
assist
Papa
me?
once.
You call him that?
Is he a big man?
Yeah, he's a big man. He's kind of rotund.
Did we just reinvent Johnny Cash?
I was hoping it was the guy from ReZero.
It's a
At
question.
the beginning, the giant guy.
Now it looks like the sun's actually, well, the light looks
Okay.
dimmer outside, so it looks like it's actually becoming dark.
Did anybody else touch me?
I can't watch it. I can't watch you all the time. I've got a job to do here.
Well, I've been robbed in your establishment, I believe.
Well, now, I don't know what you had on you when you came in.
Oh, so he did.
What was your name again, sir?
Eric, I believe.
Okay.
You don't know your own name?
All right.
The GM doesn't. I had to jump to chapter 6 real quick.
Well,
The pie chapter.
Yeah, the pie chapter.
Icing all over my hand.
It's impossible.
Okay.
It's a dexterity test.
Do you have insurance, kind of man?
Oh,
yeah,
it was
that's
Eric.
kind of
Yep,
stuff.
Eric.
Well,
A-R-I-K. Yep.
I believe as an innkeeper, you should protect your patrons at least a little bit.
He didn't throw you out in the street.
He gave you a cushion. What more could you want?
You're not from Barovia, are you?
No. But I don't know how I'm going to survive here on my own without any money, though.
Well, you might want to go find those, adventurers that came in with you?
Mm-hmm.
The adventurers don't tend to last long in Barovia.
Yeah, I won't drag this out. I will then tell me where the lesser person is, where he resides. I'll go find them.
Point you out to the old burgomaster's mansion, which is on the other end of town.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way over there. See an old building that looks like it's been burned, claw marks on it. Just all the windows are boarded up and stuff like
The
that.
nicest house I've seen.
Yeah. And then you hear a commotion coming up from the cemetery area.
Okay.
You hear yelling and shouting and battle sounds. And what do?
I'm going to go investigate.
As you're going up that way, a carriage passes you with a carriage driver that's hooded, and it heads on down the road going out of town.
Okay.
And then as you get there, you see everyone who was still outside. I think Ark was still outside. Yeah, I
think we were all getting ready to head into the...
I think she
into the
was
church.
inside.
She was inside. Yeah.
I went to check on Donovich.
Yeah, and you hear, I guess, crying and where you were pretty upset when your brother got taken, right?
Yeah, I mean, my brother,
Yeah.
Adopted.
Strahd's going to eat him.
Yeah. So you see Marick and you see the barbarian Ark that you just met in the last.
The only time I've seen you is when you ran
Ran
the
out.
opposite direction.
Yeah.
So
And were you in the building too, or are you still outside?
I can't remember.
We'll just say for narrative's sake that you're,
Narratively is great. Please.
yeah, you're outside. Yeah.
Not
And there are all
always
these
the last 5
there's these
minutes.
mushy kind of bones and residue left over from where these zombies like liquefied after a few minutes, and that's what you see.
Wow.
It looks like a tense situation. It looks like they've just been through something.
I'm going to just hail them and be like, I've returned.
That's nice.
It's me, Fest.
well, the prodigal bard returned just at the right time after we've killed all these zombies.
Are you okay, man? He just kind of flipped out and ran away.
He looks tired.
Yeah,
Even being in a coma for 6 hours didn't help.
I don't know what came over me. I just was compelled to run from the house, and I'm glad to see you all alive. Something burned it down. Like, surprised that I'm happy you got out.
Yeah, I burned the damn place down.
Well, I
There
should
were
say
rats in the wall.
it was burned down. It was rebuilding itself in front of my eyes.
Yeah, didn't your girlfriend say it was going to be rebuilt in no time? You know, the cart lady?
Not my girlfriend.
Um,
Don't even joke about it. Second thing, we've got houses being rebuilt out of nowhere. We've got old women selling
what is
pies.
that wonderful
We've
smell?
got zombies springing up.
Oh yeah, give me a perception check. Who's got dream pies on them?
I only got a 6. I'm rolling terrible.
Okay, yeah, you don't
The
notice.
smell of corpses like kind of washes
I
over.
say the sooner we can get out of this place, the better. And if that means getting our new friend up to that scary building, let's do it.
Don't go to Castle. Your brother is dead. He's like Maduro. This is Donovich coming out.
Oh, okay, so they're over here and us in the graveyard.
Yeah, he's coming.
Well, he came out.
Oh.
They're all coming out of the church. Yes.
Was he the gravedigger or the son?
He's a preacher.
Donovich is a priest.
Preacher.
Priest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't we dig the grave? Or?
Yeah,
What is he a
yeah.
priest
That's what
of?
we do.
You
The
guys
Morning
helped us
Lord.
out.
I'm a priest of the Morning Lord, if you're
Just
asking.
took too long.
And you hear from the church, Father, I'm so hungry. Please, I can smell the blood.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Talking about him.
And Donovich takes that and just with stride and goes, Ismark is like my Doro. He's gone. Best case scenario, he's like Maduro. He's probably already dead. If you go to Ravenloft, he will kill you too. Please, get out, go to the Abbey in St. Markov in Kresk, or go to Valaki. It's defended and it's away from here. Go be safe.
Is it just specifically the building that'll kill us? Is there anything that we could do to prepare ourselves to go inside, or is it...
The devil Strahd has killed many adventurers over the years. Wait until midnight and you'll see.
That sounds horrible and like not a good plan.
Nobody's ever tried to do anything about it. Just
They've tried. A year ago, they tried to rise up and fight. A wizard led the battle, and many died. My son came back different after going to fight.
What time of day did they go?
Midnight, probably.
Yeah.
Well, the morning Lord's light hardly ever shows in this forsaken land.
All right.
It is now fully dark, by the way.
Any idea where somebody might have something that would help us either sneak in, fight Strahd, get some... I mean, there's got to be someone that's tried somewhere else.
There's no fighting Strahd. All you can do is hide. He can't come into your residence without inviting him.
So we need to
But his
go
minions
in a
can.
residence.
So what if we... Hold on, let me say this in character. What if we... I've got it. We go and maintain squatters' rights on his property. Then he can't come back in unless we invite him. We kick him out of his own house.
I'm pretty sure he's already there, and I'm also pretty sure that's not how it works.
And then we distract him. We get him out for about 15 years. We stay there.
Adverse possession, yes. I like
Here's-
it.
Can't get in.
Let's
Here's
drive
what we
a
do.
mobile home into his
That's
house.
it. Yeah, that's it. That's right.
There were people chanting in the bottom of the death house. And he didn't bother them. Let's set up base in the death house.
Probate. Probate on that house.
We have a deed to it.
I have a deed.
All right. So just so I'm clear here, our options before us is to find a secure place that we will not invite Strahd into.
Yeah.
It's owned by somebody here.
Your brother
Us.
wanted you out of this town. He would do anything. He trained day and night to fight Strahd so he could
Yeah,
get
but
you out.
Where did he tell us to
It's
go?
nighttime. Would you think it would be safe to travel at night here in these parts?
That's never safe to
It's
travel.
safer in the sunlight, safer in the daytime.
Okay. So our options right now is to seek shelter in a place that's owned by somebody here.
You could stay in the church for the night if you need to.
Nah.
The screaming kid? No.
I would get no sleep.
Okay. So, sorry, Fest,
And,
but I'm
and
going to go ahead and nix
Donovich looks like tired, like he's been up all night too.
I'm going to nix the death house.
Oh
That's
no, I'm not going back there.
probably burnt down still.
I own the deed
Are
also
you talking
to...
about the house at the other end of town from our house?
Yes.
Why don't we just stay there again?
The
You
one
have a
that
house,
looks
right?
like it's in good repair and then it burns down. We shouldn't
That's a
go
great
there.
idea. We've already stayed there once. I gave a great Yelp review. I mean,
Well, here's the thing now. Who owns that house?
You can go to the burgomaster's mansion.
That's what we're
We can
talking
go
about.
back. We can go back to
Yeah.
our
Our brother's
house.
dead now.
She's technically the owner.
It's
right?
making
Well,
his
no,
house.
if he was still alive when he left, right?
Yeah, but she lives there.
Is Mark when?
Oh, so
Strahd
when
took
he
him,
turns into a
he was
vampire, he
still
can come
alive.
in. Is your point.
Well, yeah, or he could go ahead and say, yes, Strahd, go on
Give me an
in.
intelligence check.
Well, how about this?
Natural 20. No, you don't think it works that way at all. You know that if he's turned into a vampire, he still has to be invited in. Once he becomes the undead, you can't just go back and say, oh, I've got a deed to this,
no.
I get to go.
Hey, I
in."
wasn't talking about it. I mean, Strahd has him. He could torture him to saying, yes, you can rope him in my house.
It wouldn't work that way, you know.
Oh, okay.
Um,
All right, we should be
With
safe
a natural
there.
20, you know that.
I know we would be safe theoretically at your
How much-
place. So I
Wait, I'm
say,
changing
is
my
religion
mind.
religion about undead?
Yes.
Safe air.
No, apparently I don't know the fact that we should probably go in there during the day anyway. Nope. I'm
so
done.
for now, we just need to say shelter, and the safest place it seems to be is your
Death
manor.
house.
Donovich is now kind of like ushering you guys closer to the church because he's just going to stand in the doorway. He's not standing outside.
How far away is your house? I mean, I know I walked it, but is it very far?
Yeah, it's not too far.
Down the hill.
So yeah, it's down the hill.
We got up here with the coffin
So-
pretty quickly, so.
Yeah, it's about a 10-minute walk to get that.
But we can.
7 if you run a little.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say let's jog a little.
yeah. If
Get
you
some
want to push that
hustle.
old granny pushing her cart around.
Oh, we could ride her cart down.
Like a rickshaw.
Man, can I borrow some money? Can I borrow a gold piece? Can I borrow a gold piece? I can
Oh, yeah, I'm
some
broke.
pies. Gotta get some pies.
Look, I think
Yeah.
we should just go back to the house. I mean, what's
Oh, yeah.
going to happen
Yeah.
is what's going to happen
One
anyway.
question
I
is, where do we
mean,
go tomorrow morning?
And just a reminder, you talked about doing shopping. There is a merchant's place in town too, but
Oh.
and technically we probably, like mechanically speaking, do a nice long rest after that fight anyway.
Yeah.
So
where are you guys going?
To her
Burger-
house.
burger house.
Okay,
It's the safest option.
you taking these strangers back to your house. All right.
Where's my windmill?
Well, they did offer to
Does
help me
that,
bury my dad under some
You
pretty
go back.
bad circumstances.
You go back to your residence, and
It's not here.
the door's open. You still packed up a lot of the food and stuff to take with you for the trip out of town. And you find some pillows and blankets for everybody, and you guys set up. And you bar the door so nothing can get in.
Where were we planning to go out of town? Remind me of that. It was
You know the nearest town is Valaki, and it's supposed to be a fortified, defended town, so it'd probably be
And
safer
that's
than...
where Ismark the Lesser was
wanting you to
go
go.
before he was upset.
Donovan suggested St. Markovia and Kresk, the abbey, because it's powerful. There's the people that are there could help her.
Well, that guy
because
can't even protect his own son, so I'm not going to listen much.
Yeah. Wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
shots fired.
I mean,
Yeah.
why not take his
So,
son there, right?
how are you guys gonna do this? You're gonna go to sleep
I'm
all in
sure.
the same room, or are you doing
I'll
watch?
do the watch. I'll do first watch.
Okay.
And I'll probably do that. I feel comfortable outside, so I'll find like a nice tree.
You're just gonna go outside?
And just sit. For my watch, yes.
Sure.
I'm not
Okay.
sleeping for my watch.
Fine.
You know what? I'll even help
I
you out
think
a
that's
bit.
probably not the best idea, since the whole concept is that they can't come
I'm not
inside.
like in the woods, and I'm not asleep,
They
so I
can't-
can just dash in.
They can't cross the threshold.
Sure.
Vampires can't come inside.
Yeah,
without
everything else
anybody.
can.
Yeah, but
Other
old lady
things
with pie cards
have
can.
made it.
Oh, she's gonna touch you whether you like it or not.
You could always just look out the window, make sure no one's coming in.
Well, character-wise, natural woodsman, I'm always more
Oh,
comfortable
okay.
outside than I am
Gotcha.
inside.
Okay. About how many hours do you guys want to do in your watches?
I would say 4.
4. Okay.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do like 3 shifts of 4 hours. That
Okay.
way everybody can get 8 hours.
So you guys all get bed down, get some sleep. These two, and you're just out in the tree too with them, or how you doing this?
I'm gonna get beer with him, just kind of double duty.
Okay. Around midnight, you hear the bell tower toll at the church. Ding. And a couple seconds pass, nothing happens. But then a eerie green light comes from the graveyard.
Okay. That's where we just were, right?
The light suffuses the graveyard. From the light emerges a ghostly procession. Wavering images of dowdy women toting great swords, wood-wise men with slender bows, dwarves with glittering axes, and archaically dressed mages with beards and strange pointed hats. All of these and more march from the graveyard, their numbers growing by the second, and then they start marching out of town
Out
in
of
a
town.
line. Yeah.
So not towards.
And give me a perception check, both of you guys.
Who?
Yeah.
So they're going this way.
Yeah, they're going out of
16.
town. This way.
15.
No, okay.
15?
15 and 16.
16. 16.
Yeah.
You, well, yeah, you were there from the beginning. You notice that, and you wouldn't recognize her, but you notice one image kind of comes out of the graveyard and comes down your way and looks towards you, and it appears to be a
Druid.
the elven woman, the druid. Yeah, it's Farron. It's a ghost of her. She's a little burned in places and has some claw marks on her neck. But she looks at you, and especially you, and she just kind of pauses for a moment and then looks off into the distance where they're going and starts following.
Savings? I have to, like, does my guilt make me have to roll anything in this?
Well, guilt for what?
For letting you burn it all.
She was dead.
Yeah, so that's what you see. And then the procession goes on for a good 15, 20 minutes, and it's just tons and tons. And
Going toward the castle?
out of town,
Out of
the
town.
road out of town, which
Interesting.
may head towards the castle, may not. It's just going out of town.
You don't see that every day, do you?
I'll follow from a safe distance, maybe to the edge of town, just to see if I can get a direction.
Okay. Yeah.
Safe
They're
distance meaning like at least 50 yards.
heading west. It's going west. And there's the woods, the Salvik woods are kind of there, and they just keep going through the path through the
Until
woods.
they disappear.
Until they disappear.
Just for line of sight.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I'll keep that knowledge and report it to everybody in the morning, but I'm not following any further.
I'm gonna be so jealous I didn't get to see it.
You can see Aragorn's army walking
Yeah.
in the woods.
And you guys, nothing else happens of note. You do notice a couple bats and stuff flying around the sky, but
That's no
they
problem.
don't really bother you.
That's no problem.
Reading bugs.
Yeah. And do
I don't
you
think
guys
that
tag
that's
somebody else
really
in
bugs.
next for the next shift? There's
Yeah.
4 hours.
Who's next? Who's the next shift?
Okay.
I'll tag Trill.
Trill, where are you gonna do
I'm
what?
gonna stand at the front door
Okay.
with the door closed, looking through the window
Perfect.
like this.
Give me a perception check.
And I'll stay. Can I? I guess we have enough people to do 2 shifts of 2.
Well, I tell you what, I could even be sleeping close to the
21.
door because I don't really
21.
need sleep. Like,
You no, I mean it's just deadly silent in town. Nobody leaves at night. Nobody's coming out.
Yeah, because I know something we don't know.
Yeah, it's just nobody's coming out. During this time, Syrdath, you have a dream,
okay.
and you're back in the Underdark, and you've got that locket you carry around with you,
Yeah.
and you're just being chased by a dark, shadowy figure, and your heart's racing. You can feel it's coming after the locket.
Yeah.
And you wake up in the middle of the night and you can see little black tendrils of smoke coming off the locket. When you wake up, and then it just kind of fades.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
I wrap my hand around it. Does it feel hot or anything like that?
It feels warm.
Warm.
Yeah.
Seems
Uh,
like
It's not burning you, but like
yeah.
you know,
And
it's got a little bit of energy to it.
And it just it for those of you who were here last time, it kind of goes with the haunted background anyway. But it opened for me the last session. It just
Oh,
popped
that's
open.
right.
Yeah, the lock with the key. Yeah. So the key, two points came out and drew blood from your hand, and your blood is what unlocked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I still hold on to it, but I let go and I try to go back to sleep, but I don't really think I do go back to sleep. It's kind of
Yeah.
or I don't sleep anyway. Sometimes.
Yeah, you don't need sleep, so you're just kind of laying there with your eyes open.
Why didn't you take the watch?
Someone else for watches.
Okay. At some point, you guys get all your rest. You're rested up. You're no longer exhausted.
Excellent.
All your hit points back. You had a long rest. And there you go. It's morning. What do you guys want to do?
I'll inform them of the.
You can still hear moaning coming from the building in the distance in town, which you know to be Mad Mary, who just, as soon as she wakes up, she just moans and yells and screams.
Yep, that's just what she does.
I'll tell them about the ghostly promenade out of town.
What?
Around midnight, yeah.
Okay, so I would
Green
know what
glow,
direction
open
they were
from
going in,
cemetery
right? Because I'm
wolf
from
out of
here.
town. Dead
Yeah.
white.
That's amazing.
You would
Is
know. You would know that those
Yes.
are the ghosts of former adventurers that came against Strahd.
Everyone who comes from the outside to fight the devil, Strahd, for some reason, after they die here, they always die here. Sorry, I mean, mostly. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah, she was there.
They come back at night as these phantoms. They always go in the same direction, and it's always at midnight.
Do you know where they go?
I do. Where'd they go?
Yeah, they always march into the castle. Now you've never been into the castle,
Right.
but you
Castle
can
Ravenloft.
yes, you can see them marching into the front gate, and they just disappear
Did
into
you
the front gate.
did you see her brother in that procession?
What I would have been.
You didn't see her brother,
Well,
but you
doesn't mean he
did.
wasn't there. Just
He's
that I
He's
didn't
also
see him.
from here, though.
Yeah,
He would
but
know.
you did. I think you've got a sneaking suspicion that you've seen someone like in your tribe it's been around. You've heard legend of great warriors and stuff that have gone missing, and you think maybe you saw one of the great warriors of old from your tribe going by, but you couldn't be sure. It was kind of far away, and yeah, Steve. But no, you didn't see his mark there.
Okay.
So maybe he's just not there, or you don't know. I mean,
I didn't follow them fully. I stopped at the edge of town and didn't go any further. So
I want your watch tonight. See
you
this.
can have it. That's fine.
Okay, so just to recap here, according to my notes, our options are to storm a castle because your brother's being held there.
Well,
Here's
Strahd
an
has
idea. Wait a minute.
never been seen during the day, so if we get to the castle, going in the daytime, we can check for his mark and try to get out of there before sunset.
Or we pose
And
as a ghost, go in with the midnight crew. Nobody's the wiser. We get in, and then no suspicions.
how are you going to be see-through?
Green paint. They were all green.
We could become friends
They
with
were
the ghosts.
see-through.
But I'm saying, like, if we're in the middle of them, then I can look at every single one like that guy's not transparent. They're going to see all the ghosts going in. No big deal. Happens every night.
So
You're not
You
paying
know what?
attention.
You go ahead. I'll be behind you just in case.
So here's the thing. The ghosts and the ghouls that we saw before, they were able to do damage to us. So if we all die, then we can get in the castle easily and then fight from there.
Not as big a fan of that.
Show-
Might be playing
show a
dangerous.
picture of his mark just to remind you
I
guys.
think there might be like one or two problems with that plan.
Okay, so
What would your
adventurers
option be?
don't live long around here.
Not usually. You
All right.
guys are doing pretty good.
What do they normally do that makes them die so quickly?
How often do the adventurers that come through here decide to take a stroll to the castle?
Last one was a year ago.
Anytime she tells them
Last
to.
one was 1 year ago.
Did they stroll to the castle then die?
He raised an army. It was
I
the
would
wizard,
assume.
and he was wiped out, utterly wiped out.
Because he marched against the castle, right?
Marched against Strahd.
Who lived in the castle?
This would be the wizard who lives in the hills.
So things
So-
Well-
on the list to do.
So the
Raise an army.
There is tell of a
a
wizard that
different
lives
wizard?
in the hill. You don't know who that is.
okay.
Alright, so we'll call that loose plan A.
Actually, there's one outsider, now that I think about it, who has lived a long time. He's, well, he might have lived a long time. I've never been there, but everyone says there's a wizard in the foothills at Mount Baratok.
Yeah.
And, he's not from here.
That's
So-
not the way.
If it's true, now I've never been there, but if it's true, he is an outsider who has been here for as long as I can remember.
Would anyone in town know him or like know that he is in
Here,
fact still there?
No, people don't really go that far.
So how long would it take us to travel there?
How long would it take us to travel?
You've never been to Mount Bartok. If
I've
you
never
want to
been.
go there, it's there's no direct path that you know of. You'd have to go through the Slavic woods quite a bit and trek that way. I mean, you can see the mountain, but it's a good
So I take him over the window and I
3,
There's
4,
the
5,
peak,
6,
and I
7,
go,
8,
"It's
9. I mean,
over there."
it's about 15, 20 miles away.
Alright, that would take days staying in the
Yep.
woods.
Woods no problem.
You haven't been in the woods yet.
Werewolves
They're a
might be a little problem.
But we discovered they
werewolves?
can't be on the road, right?
There are werewolves in the woods.
I somehow survived out there. Wonder.
Yeah, you were just in the mist.
You also ate a free pie someone gave you.
You don't know that.
You wake up and breakfast just seems dull. Life seems a little duller without the pie. You really want that pie.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna be like,
Alright, so
I need to borrow some money, y'all.
plan B is to travel through the woods to find some stranger who may or may not be able to help us.
I just
No, yeah.
Plan C is to do none of the above and get out of here and go to, what was the town that your brother wanted us to go to?
Crest.
Crest. To keep you safe.
Plan A was? I missed that one.
Plan A was to go to the castle
Oh,
and try to
not
save.
Not Plan A, not right
So
now.
do we know anybody who could send us home?
Not around here, apparently. That's why we were thinking about heading to a different town. I mean, we go ask Strahd because he obviously seems to be pretty powerful, but I doubt he's going to accommodate us.
I mean, maybe no one's ever asked nicely.
Well, apparently he
I'm
likes
kidding.
you. He left a hickey or
you could
something
ask-
on your neck. So
You could ask him nicely.
And you have a hard time remembering. You just remember his hungry red eyes, and he's visited you twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why I know that Ismark is probably okay. Well,
okay.
probably
okay.
not dead. Because Strahd wants me to join him. Ismark is his bargaining chip. So if he kills Ismark, we find out he's dead, I don't join. And it takes more than one bite for him to enthrall or change somebody. So if assuming he's asleep right now because it's daytime, that means that the most times he will have been able to feed on the Ismark by the time we get there, if we go tomorrow in the daytime, is twice.
Didn't he ask you to come today?
He did, but
He just generally said, "Come to Castle Rogue."
I think he said like come as soon as possible. Or
Yeah,
something.
something like that.
I say you go to one of the other towns, find something else that'll help, because we've got nothing here in Baroque. No leads, no
There
nothing.
Is any of
is the
those other
country.
towns near the wizard if we just go on our back through the woods?
I assume the book I have has a map of Barovia, right?
Oh yeah, that's why I put it up there. General map. Yeah, I mean,
I laid the book
The
out
nearest
on the map.
town is Valaki, and there was another town that's kind of noted that got kind of that's X'd off your map that got flooded. Kresk is farthest away. But Kresk,
He's way up here.
yeah, that's Valaki. That's Kresk. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So our options.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
everyone's trapped here, but it's a whole country.
We're here.
Yeah, we're
Uh-huh.
It's not like you're trapped in the city of
Is this
Lexington.
the castle?
That's the guy. There's some houses here.
What's a bad part of New Circle Road?
That got
What's the
flooded.
part of town?
Is that
Yeah, I think so.
So, question, people may know this, but there's nothing, I was looking for the types of creatures in this book, and there's nothing that specifically says undead or immune to mind affecting. And is that a 5th edition, or is that only a Pathfinder rule?
It'll say on their stats, so when I pull up the thing, it'll say.
It'll say if it is,
Yeah.
okay.
Sometimes
But it
mind
doesn't-
affecting abilities say like does not work on creatures with intelligence less than
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
When we were looking at one of his
Yeah.
options, it didn't.
They're not
It just
smart
said that
enough.
it was an enchantment. It didn't say anything about like mind affecting or
Yeah.
it
So,
doesn't
Ireena-
work on that type of creature. Or
I would say if it's not
I-
forbidden, it's allowed.
Well,
But
Yeah.
Guys, what do you want to do? You've had your breakfast. It doesn't taste like the pies.
I
how
would vote for a
about
wizard in the woods.
I think he's probably the most powerful person other than Strahd living in Barovia right now.
Well, so according to the map, that's about as close as going to the closest town.
yeah, but there's a road.
You're not.
Yeah,
you-
it's-
that's straight
it's
through the woods, and she has
cross-country.
no idea where he is.
Well, who says we have to go
It's a
straight
whole
through the
mountain.
woods?
You know, I've met
Wow.
someone who knows a lot about this area. She's very informative. Smaller woman selling pies. She seems to know everything.
You ate
Perhaps
one
we
of
should
those?
find.
Did you eat the
Oh.
pie?
Yes.
Oh,
I highly suggest the
dear.
pies.
Don't
In
eat
fact,
the pies.
I need some money.
I actually wrote
What?
pastry smack pie.
They don't have money. What happened to your money?
I fell asleep in this bar and I was robbed by the barkeep.
Did you eat the pie in the bar?
Yes.
That makes sense.
And you know to avoid the pies. I mean,
I also know.
You just want to avoid the pie.
I vote town.
I'm sorry, I gotta do this. They're wasting time. They're wasting time. Time's wasting. You gotta go. You don't hear any of that, but I do. Let's just go to town. Like I'm
That's 2 for town.
Yeah, 2 for town. I'm not more
Possibly
confident with town idea.
How
How about-
another wizard who wants to go in the woods, right? See another wizard?
Well, my suggestion was to go find the old user, but not necessarily travel all the way completely through the woods. Look, I laid out the map. Alright. We have this wonderful road that we can go on here. It loops all the way around, and the closest town is here. Well, the mountain is here.
For our viewers, he's pointing on the map. The road goes around a ways. The mountain's kind of far off through the woods.
So here's a question though. How many days is that again? How many times will we be out in the middle of the night by ourselves taking that path?
He said it wouldn't be a problem.
Well, either way, we're going to be out in the middle of the night.
And there's a body of water, and perhaps if we get around there, we could take a boat and bypass most of the forest. Win-win. I say we go for it.
How far of a trip is Valaki from?
Valaki, you could probably on the road. You could make it to Valaki in about 2 days.
So what if we tried to make it to Valaki and resupply there, buy some better weapons, possibly,
And get more information
And
about
then
where the wizard
from-
could be.
and they might have more information about the wizard, Valaki being
is-
much closer and more exposed to the mountains
If
than...
we start early, it's only one night.
Is that what you guys want to do?
It's not the worst plan I've ever heard. And then if things go wrong, we can try to make it to Kresk, which
So-
is the fortified town.
Things go wrong, I'm
Remind me.
blaming you.
Did we have like a cart and wagon to leave on?
Mm-mm.
So what were we
There's no
loading everything
horses.
up on?
We would carry
What do you
it.
mean everything?
Carry it.
Food and everything else?
She was putting it in a bag.
Oh,
We
okay.
got rations in the pack.
Alright. Well,
Plus, I can find food and water for up
You
to
are,
me and 5 other
yeah,
people
you're
every day.
pretty, I mean, you don't know, I mean, yeah, you really want them.
That's what I mean when I say woods are no problem. Like I can forage and let us survive. We may not be comfortable, but
Yeah, I'll be back in just a moment. There's a couple things I have to take care of. I
no,
have to do.
we need to get out of here now, man.
Just
Yeah.
quickly, I
We
just got to
should-
do
we
some.
shouldn't split up.
I'll be right back. I have to do some devotions
Well-
to my god.
Okay. Let's,
they call them Fest
All right.
Bashaman.
Oh.
Can I do perception on him? Because this is our intervention episode. This
Sure.
is like on St.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
I'm also
special.
gonna
Very
I'm
special
gonna roll
episode.
a
Well, I apparently only have a 15. Wait.
I'm gonna roll an insight check on him.
So I got to roll my deception against that. Is that what that would be?
yeah.
I roll like
Oof.
shit.
I got a 9.
You actually, because I rolled a 2,
You both think he is jonesing hard for some pie.
my eyes are just like dilated. I'm like, I just gotta go in a second. Just
He
be
looks,
right back.
he
I have to
looks
use the
almost
bathroom.
sad. Like he was really happy yesterday. He looks like he's just getting depressed and
Have
he's just,
I ever heard of someone kicking the pie Jones?
yeah, eventually you've heard of people doing it.
Like
But
cold
mostly
turkey,
you've
or-
seen whole families disappear or just sell off all their wares.
They're all just looking at me. I
Crazy.
bolt out the door. I'm gone. I'm running.
What's your speed?
30.
Go.
30. Okay, he takes off outside of the house. It's what passes for morning in
I think everybody's 30.
Barovia. It's a dusky kind of dreary morning, a little cloudy. You can't see the sun directly. Rain's kind of sprinkling down still.
I'm running
And
out.
you go out into the streets. Give me a perception check.
All right.
I'm gonna get buying more pies,
Oh,
Perception is 12.
though. I'll throw it away.
I need to fire it back.
Don't see Granny around, but you do see kind of
Go
a
pass out.
two cloaked figures walking through the street.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
hold
run.
on. Wait,
to
we're
the-
gonna
I'm
do
running
something
to the
before I get super.
I got it. You just wanted the damn pies? I got one back at the house.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Wait, you're just gonna
You're not here.
No, I came with you.
All right.
I'm in April.
So what are
I'm
you
not
gonna
gonna
do
let
with
him-
the pie? Huh? What do you do with the pie?
I don't know. It's at the house. I'm gonna walk him
Okay.
back there.
Watch your back.
Whatever they do with the pies is up to them.
Okay.
That's pointed.
So he brings you back to the house. Do you give him the pie?
let
I'm
me.
gonna look at.
You're gonna look at him for moral guidance.
Marick, you're my compass.
Yeah.
I don't know the way of humans.
Let's wean him off the pie. Let's give him half a pie, tie him up, take him with us, then give him a quarter of a pie the
I
next
say we just
day
start
and
him
a
out
quarter
with
the
it.
next day.
Yeah, we can do that.
How much you giving him?
Half a pie.
Or let's do a quarter. We don't want to pass it out.
Yeah. We gotta make it last.
They slice you off a quarter of a pie, give it to you. You look at it and you put the whole thing in your mouth.
No. I want to see where we put the rest of the pie.
No, we're not gonna let you see what we're doing with the pie.
All right, then I eat it.
You eat it. Nothing happens. It just tastes really delicious. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. You don't have the
worse
dreams.
or feel
You
better?
want more of the pie. You tasted like the most delicious thing you've ever had, but you want more.
Does it make me irrational to want this?
No, not irrational, but you do want more, and if you see a chance to get more, you'll get it.
I tell you what.
I'm gonna be like, thank you all. I feel much better now. Well, maybe we should get along with our preparations,
Insight check.
friends. Oh, come on.
I am aware of the effects of these pies. I'm from here, all right?
Yeah.
17.
Yeah.
No. I have a high deception, my friend.
Oh.
19.
Yeah. No, he
Wait.
seems fine.
No, 19 actually, because my insight is +4.
Contested.
Ooh, so you match it, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know he's just kind of fanning to get more pie.
You can't give him more pie. It's all or nothing with these things. I've seen it. I've seen whole families just disappear from this town. They sell all of their belongings, and they just all they ever eat is the pies, and then nobody hears from them again.
Okay, well, we need to hurry up and get out of town so we can get traveling.
So you start heading west.
Stop eating the pie.
You
absolutely.
travel. You travel for I'm gonna say 4.5
should
hours
time it up.
through the woods. Uneventful. You
Why
do
are we going through the woods? We're going on the road, right?
on the roads, but it cuts
Alright.
through the woods. The old Slavic road. Slavic. The words are weird in this game. And you someone give me a perception
I'll be
check.
in
If someone's
front.
helping, you can roll it with advantage.
I'll be in
You will
front.
be in front. Okay.
I got a 14.
14. Okay. And then
That'd be also 14. That's fine.
okay. You see kind of little heads poke out of the forest, and they're these little like kind of woodsy. They're just. It looks like a tree branch with arms and little glowing lights for eyes. Kind
that's
of pokes
great.
up through the trees and just kind of watches you as you go by. It doesn't do anything else, and you guys pass with no event.
Saw that,
Roll
right?
it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You guys point out to anybody else?
Do
Okay.
you know what those are?
Can I see what they are?
Yeah.
Tell me what to roll here.
Nature.
Nature. 16.
You think those are tree blights? Sometimes.
Let me ask this.
This
Are those
dice is
druidic
terrible.
in nature?
Yes.
I will naturally distrust them.
Yeah.
I'll tell everybody to stay toward the middle of the road. Don't go near the edge of the woods. They seem harmless and
We
sometimes
already
are,
knew
but-
that.
Huh?
We already knew
Well,
that.
especially now.
About noon, you guys reach an old wooden gallows that appears to be kind of at a crossroads with the Slavic wood. The gallows creak in chill wind that blows down from the high ground to the west. A frayed length of rope dances from its beam. The well-worn road splits here, and a signpost opposite the gallows points off in the directions Barovia village to the east, Syrpool to the northwest, and Ravenloft Valaki to the southwest.
So you said the gallows is empty, but the noose is still there?
It is, but as you guys look at it,
I look at it longingly, because without pie, there's nothing.
yeah, it just swings. It swings in the distance.
I pray to
I'm
Kellenborg
gonna-
for guidance.
So we're here.
Need a nap?
Yes, we are.
It's the middle of the day. I'm gonna sidle up to you, and I'm gonna like whisper in your ear, like, you should throw the pies away. You shouldn't.
You also see, kind of off in the distance, some some gravestones that are kind of off the road that are just marked. There's about 12 or 13 of them.
I want to go look, not go into it, but just like go close enough to see the shape and like if they have any inscriptions or symbols on them.
As you walk up and you guys are just kind of proceeding down the road or passing it, or are you just gonna, what are you doing? What's everybody else doing?
Do I see her like peel off or?
So you
There's
said
11
this-
gravestones with blank slabs. There's nothing carved on them.
You said this place was marked with an X, right? On the map I have was marked with an X. Sarah Pool.
No, that's not it, John.
Oh, I'm trying to follow where we're going.
Yeah, you're right here.
Here.
You're at the crossroads. Right here. Yeah.
Okay. So what's Sarah Pool?
It's a
dot on your
it's
map.
it's a pool of
Yeah.
water. She didn't leave Barovia too often, so.
Yeah, I basically.
Does the book have
I was
anything
a
about it?
nobleman's daughter, so I was going to school on, having tutors.
As you turn back to look at the Newsman's, you see a figure there, and it looks exactly like you, hanging.
Oh no.
Yeah. And as you guys look, it just looks like a commoner to you guys. But she's starting to get nervous as she recognizes the body hanging from the...
That isn't how I expected to die.
It looks just like you.
What?
Little trickle blood going down your...
Am I wearing my armor in this?
Yeah, looks just like you.
Huh.
Down to everything.
All right. Well.
And there was there a body?
But you
there?
guys now see a body. It looks like a common girl.
So a body just like
dark hair.
appeared.
Just appeared, yeah.
Huh.
I don't like that.
Should we just mosey on here?
So are we walking over like a body of water or bridge or anything like that? That I could drop a
Not
pile
here.
off of?
No, there's just woods on either side.
Okay. I'm watching for a place to throw the pile away that way. I
Okay.
wanted that out there. I got a good deception too.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Oh, he's not doing it yet.
Well, yeah, but I'll use it later.
19.
19. Give me a perception because you're watching them like a hawk.
Oh, this die hates me. Yeah, I'm not gonna see
You
it.
didn't use
Yeah.
it.
I really
You
should.
toss it into
we
the
get into
woods,
combat.
and
we're all
he
gonna-
doesn't notice a thing.
There's like a whole bag here.
I've got a bunch too.
And when I walk by you,
Do you do anything with the body?
No, I'm not going to approach. I'm just going to...
There's fog kind of going around the gravestones.
I say a little prayer to Kelmore that I'm not ready,
Yes.
and that I do not see that as my death. And I proceed down the road.
Okay, she just turns it back on it. There you go. You guys go down the road for another couple of hours. It winds around a bit, and which road are you going down? Are you heading towards Valaki and Ravenloft? Are you heading towards the Surpool?
Well, our idea was that we were gonna
Go to Valaki.
try to get to Valaki,
Yeah. Okay.
and which then is a better approach to try to get up to the mountain, and also they might know more about the wizard.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if there was a place to camp out. Now, I did notice on this map that there looked to be like a gate or something that's about halfway. Might be a good spot to hold up for the night.
So you guys are heading towards Ravenloft and Valaki. So you're taking the bottom road. So as you go along the road, give me another perception check.
I'll go up like a +5 in perception.
That'll be 20 total.
20.
You're good.
17.
9.
You see off the road about 10 feet is a scarecrow.
There you go.
Mhm.
And it's got with your perception you can notice as you're kind of watching it, you're probably 100 feet away from it, just coming up on it, and it's just off in the distance. You can see a raven land on its head, and then these sharp metal claws get up and stab it and take it and stuff it into its belly.
And it's in the road?
It's off the road,
Off
but
the
it's it's a good 10, 15, 20 feet off the road from where you can see. It's not directly on the road, but it's just off, and it's just a scarecrow sitting there, and then it goes right back still.
Okay. I'll tell them just to be wary, and as we get close enough, I'll ready a javelin to throw at it just to make...
Are you going to avoid it and just kind of avoid...
Well, it's like 15 feet
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
Right? Does it have 15-foot long arms? Or
No,
can I,
no.
Then I'm going to get like 30 feet from it and toss the javelin just to see.
You don't have to engage. We can just walk past.
Okay.
I'll toss a javelin.
Okay.
18.
Yeah, you sink that javelin in and it actually spears one of the twitching ravens in its chest. Yeah, too, and you get it. And roll me some damage.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were going to say roll initiative.
That'll be add my strength for a thrown weapon, right? Yes,
Yep.
I do. 8.
8 points of damage. It takes some damage.
Well, now you know you have good aim. Are you going to go get your javelin?
No more. Well, I didn't throw my axe. I am down one javelin.
The scarecrow turns and looks at you and then sees the other members of your group, and it actually just kind of, where the post is, it just kind of puts out some legs and then waddles off into the woods with the spear sticking out of it.
Indignantly.
Yeah, dog come back.
Yeah.
What?
Attacking an innocent scarecrow.
He could have friends.
It's
I saw
probably
that thing.
going to go get more.
Eat a raven off its head. Standing 20 feet away from the road.
Yeah, just had like dead raven's head
Are
sticking
you
out of it.
vegan?
And it
Actually, I am
obviously-
pescatarian, as a matter of fact. Not me, the character.
Yeah.
So as you guys move on, you eventually hear shouts from the woods. Hey, you lot there! You lot there! And it's a skinny guy dressed in the Vistani garb. It's very colorful, and then there's a portly guy with
Scarecrow in
him.
the trench coat.
And they're both dressed in
humans.
Vistani gear. They've got curved swords, and they're coming down. Hello there, halt, halt! And they're coming out of the woods, and they're like, we were told you'd be here.
By who?
Well, Madame Eva. She sent us.
Viva.
Oh, she's with us. Why don't you come to our camp? She told us to pick you up.
Nope.
No.
Going
No.
into camps.
Do you know the code
Stein
word
Road.
that my mom told you?
Let's see. And he looks at the portly one, and the portly one has a little scrawl piece of paper, and he goes, "You're Trill."
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, is that her name, or is he like complimenting her in a hip hop way?
No, it calls you out and says, "No, we were given your names, and we were told we'd find you here at this time."
By...
Miss Eva.
Madame Eva.
And who is this Madame Eva?
Whoever she is, we are not going with them.
You want to throw a javelin at them? I've got one.
He
No,
eats a
go-
bird off his head.
I'll go. Plenty of the scarecrow's not a living thing. It's just ate a bird. I got suspicious. Apologising. The
What does she
scarecrow.
want with us?
Yeah, like who is she?
Whatever it is.
All adventurers that come into Barovia speak with Madame Eva.
They're all
And they all
dead.
die.
Oh, okay, so
Why
then no,
would we
we're
do that?
good. Thanks.
Oh.
Send her our regards.
Can she come meet with us
On the
on
road?
the road?
She's in a tent.
Walk.
Come and have some drinks with us.
No.
I
No.
promise no harm will befall you.
I'll see how
No.
much
Yeah,
I
right.
believe that.
Yeah.
Vistani promise.
Inside.
Very poor.
You believe? I mean, they're legit.
Natural 20.
12.
You think he's being upfront?
Whoa.
You think he's...
Oh,
Yeah, they're a little hard to read. They're Vistani, but you think they're on the level. He just wants you to invite
About
you
what
to-
time of the day is it? Is it getting
It's
closer?
a little after midday.
How many people?
There's only 2 there.
There's only 2. We outnumber them. The camp will probably have more.
We are not leaving the road
How far is the camp?
with them.
It's just over the bend here. It's down by the syrup pool.
Well, you live here.
Ah.
Have you ever heard of this woman's name?
I've never heard of Madame Eva, but I've heard of the Vistani.
That's the same ones in the inn, weren't they?
The Vistani work
Same.
with
The
Strahd.
3 that were off to the side.
Well, it's not like we're operating in complete secrecy against Strahd anyway, so he could have us right
Exactly.
now if he wanted us. I'm not
Not in
too...
the daytime.
We haven't declared that we're acting against Strahd at all.
We
Right.
just tried to hit him last time. I thought, well,
Wow.
let's do it.
Well, that was in
Well,
self-defense.
that was before he
Yeah, he
kidnapped my
attacked.
brother and told us to go meet him at the castle.
Yeah, you have a problem with
They're just kind of
Strahd.
sitting here watching and like, she said this would happen.
This could actually prolong your
You
Is
can
she
say
a
she
fortune
said
teller?
anything would happen.
Yes.
Look.
Have you never had your fortunes read by a Taroko deck?
No.
Oh, you are in for a treat.
So,
No.
She's on the DM screen over here.
at some point, we will have to try to find shelter along this path.
Yeah, later. It's only midday.
Well, maybe if they... Do you guys have horses we could borrow?
We have horses. You cannot borrow horses, my friend. But we do have wine and food and stories and music. All right.
That's all it took?
That's all it
Wine?
So,
Well,
before we go, for me,
There's a
How did-
tavern in Valaki.
how does she know our
We can
names?
Get you some wine.
we'll
We're
let
not-
her.
yeah,
We'll let
we're
her
not gonna
tell
get
you when
there
you meet with
till a
her.
whole nother day. So
I'm going to turn.
You
It's
two
like,
walk in front.
Okay.
And I'll stay behind, and I pull out hand axe. Not throwing him, just being...
Well, I'm not spending the night
Cautious
on
here.
the road by myself,
That's
so I guess I go with
Perfectly understandable. And they start walking, and they're singing
Yeah, I'll go.
a gypsy tune about tussling with women and docksides, and it's just pretty vulgar, but they're singing. on the
I
way.
say,
ducks.
armor embrace me.
You cast
Mage armor.
mage armor.
I'm going to keep my hand on the hilt of my rapier.
Okay.
Trailing behind the party.
They eventually take you to a muddy road that gradually, after going through the woods and over a bend, that is replaced
What are they
by
dressed like?
just colorful kind of
Gypsies. They look
gypsies.
They're
They look like
just the
gypsies.
ones you saw
Yeah.
in the...
They've got bare chest. You can see the chest hairs. One's a little portly. Yeah. Let's see. Deep ruts run in the earth, going from wagons on this road. The canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to the black clouds boiling far above. There's a clearing here next to the river, and I've got it on here.
Maybe she'll be able to tell you something about your book.
Let's see.
well, maybe she can tell us how, if she knows our names, maybe she can tell us how to
Yeah.
attack.
And
I don't know.
they're in the clearing here next to a river that widens to form a small lake several hundred feet across. Five colorful round tents, each 10 feet in diameter, are pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake. Its sagging form lit from within. Near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink the river. The mournful strains of an accordion clash with the singing of several brightly clad figures around the bonfire. A footpath continues beyond the encampment, veering north between the river and the forest edge. So, as you go up, you're greeted and by the fire and stuff, and he says sit, and they pull out, they don't give you glasses, they pull out a bottle of wine, and everyone's drinking from it, passing it around, and one of the men comes up to you and says, welcome guests and visitors. I'll tell you a story, and perhaps you can share one with us as well. I will tell you a story of a mighty wizard that came to this land over a year ago. I remember it like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing, a very charismatic fellow, almost like myself. He was, though he thought he could rally the people rogue against the devil Strahd. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and ordered them to the castle in mass. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their ground and were never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at one another. The battle flew from the courtyard of Ravenloft to the precipice overlooking this very falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside. The great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet by his magic he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the devil Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic couldn't save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down the river, of course, to search the wizard's body, to see if he had anything of value. But the river illness had already spirited him away, and I found nothing.
You saw the spellcasting with your own eyes? What spells did you see?
Oh, I'm not caster myself. But I saw lightning come from the heavens and strike the wizard. I don't remember the wizard's name. No one seems to.
Did that really happen?
Yes, of course. We've Vistani known for our truths. But you've had a long journey. Where perchance do you hail from?
I'm going to tell the story behind.
Okay.
And I'm going to perform.
What'd you roll?
Oh, 1.
Your story seems flat and boring compared to his. You're like cool story, bro. I mean, it's not very inspiring at all. It's actually a whole mood.
I'll tell you a story. I once had the most delicious dessert ever. No, I don't have it anymore. Yeah.
Oh,
can you roll my head before your cards?
Well, that was awkward. Well, you come here all this way. You must want to see Madame Eva. She's right here in the tent.
So do you know any small boats or anything like that, or docks that are on the river here?
No, we just travel and go to and fro in and out of Barovia.
Which I figured you guys might have been seeing something. Is there, no boats at all that share?
We can't here to protect Madame Eva. We stay here mostly, but we venture into town with Valaki and Barovia.
I'll ask him about tree lights and if he knows any druidic activity.
I've heard of attacks on the road, but nothing ever seems to bother us. We've Vistani travel in peace in Barovia.
We have so far other than the wolves.
And then
The wolves never bother me.
That's
What about the
Barovia.
mist?
And
We can
have
we have a way to
go
go in and out of the mist. Actually, if you want, I can sell you a potion that will let you travel through the mist.
To go where?
Out of Barovia, if you want.
Oh,
I'll charge you 100 gold.
Why haven't you used it?
I don't need it.
Nah.
Okay. We'll chip in.
I'm pretty sure that the portion that let you travel through the mist is the stunning flame poison.
Well, you're kind of racist. You know that?
Yeah.
I am from here. They serve Strahd.
Do you serve Strahd?
Well, he's lord of these lands. I serve him as a bit much. We don't. He doesn't attack us, and we do not harm Strahd.
We haven't.
That's what he said.
But the Devil Strahd is to be feared. I mean, he's quite powerful. But enough of this dark talk.
Speak with the lady.
And you go over to speak with the lady. You go into the tent, and braziers are lit with magical fire, just burning. And as you go in, let me. This is
Yeah, I got it on my side too.
yeah. Magical flames cast a reddish glow over the interior of this tent, revealing a low table covered in black velvet cloth. Glints of light seem to flash from the crystal ball on the table as a hunched figure peers into the depths. As the crone speaks, her voice cackles like dry weeds. At last! You've arrived! Cackling laughter bursts like mad lightning from her lips. I'm gonna show you. That's the best I got. Okay. Better.
Nah.
She says, would you like to sit down and have your fortune read?
Nah.
Syrdath, love's name. Fleeing from the Underdark still, I see.
I would guess that. Maybe yes, I would love to see your characters.
Well, invite your friends in. And there are chairs for each one of you.
I don't go in.
I go in.
Nah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go in? Yeah. And you're not going to just stay outside over there?
Yeah, but I'm not talking to her.
Awkward.
Where's the one? I go to the one.
Okay. Yeah, the guys.
I'm talking to the bard.
Two guys sit down next to you and share a bottle of wine with you. They're deliberately trying to get you drunk.
I'm immune to disease. Let's go.
Is that like a come-on?
What?
Okay. And while you guys are there,
I'm gonna stand like kind of next to the tent flat and keep an ear out for sounds of dying or fighting or spell casting.
We are burning daylight. After this, we should probably get around.
With some shelter.
Well, I do have some night shelter, but
That's why you wanted to come here.
maybe they can lead us. So we can.
Very well, team.
So you guys are gonna. Are you? Okay. So I'm gonna lay this out for you guys. This is part of the game. that let you pick your story a bit.
Yeah.
Some of the drawings could be done on the fly, reserved right at the end to kind of feel out and say this one's stupid. But I will lay this out for you with the Heroic deck. There is a common deck and a high deck, so I have to make sure these are split up properly. I think I wrote it down.
Oh, you're happy.
Yeah.
Look, some of us take heroin, some of us talk straight. I mean, come on. This is a safe place.
I do not believe that.
I was going to say, twice my guy didn't miss, twice I was about it. I'm lucky.
You're a Mistwalker. Fest Mistwalker.
Maybe you're just not worth anything in this bothering with. So maybe they smell you like, no, he already, we can't.
And I'll let somebody shut up.
I'm laced with it.
Yeah,
mini pops in the fridge.
Well, I'm a regular size pop.
Okay.
He said mini pops.
What kind of?
We've been twins for 38 years. I have Cokes, and I have orange Cokes, and I believe there's a Diet Coke.
Bring me an orange, please.
Okay, this is the common deck. Would like someone to shuffle it. And this is the high deck.
I'll shuffle.
Shuffle it.
Yay.
First, no way.
I have to be in holes.
What's that?
I have to be in holes.
No good come of this.
There's all death.
Yeah, I'm always torn. Like, I'm either like I'm not super cautious, or I want to see what all paths are, which is why.
Your curiosity is going to get you killed.
There's lifts, swords, coins, and stars. Those are the suits.
Syrdath, would you like to touch the deck since it's your fate?
Clack. Okay. Let me see the high deck. There. It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah.
All this heavy breathing.
Okay,
Top game and
top 3 cards
It's
on
over
the
with
front.
sweat.
From the common deck.
You know, with my Vikings.
1, 2, 3, and then
You're going to lay this out like terror spray?
yeah.
Sweet.
5. Okay. There we go. Now I'll wait for. Thank you for letting me read your fortunes. It's been some time.
Pleasure's all mine. I'm sure you're going to tell me my happiness and whatnot.
your profits seem to be slightly enlarged. You should see a cleric.
You guys may want to take notes on this.
We should be immune to disease.
Just so you can have those for future reference. And this is the part that gives you playability with this kind of thing, so you can go back and do it again and again, because it's all a little different. So,
I want to see that.
the first card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancients will help you better understand your enemy. And she flips over the first card.
No, this is just for Syrdath, for all of us.
It's for all of you.
Okay.
Which is the warrior.
Hey.
Nice.
She's got a bottle. Yeah, be afraid of these strange artifacts you've never seen.
So the first card is the warrior.
And this is our past.
this is the card that tells you the history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you understand your enemy. That which you seek lies in the womb of darkness, the devil's lair, the one place which he must return.
Does it matter if it's up there?
That what you seek
Lies in the womb of darkness, the devil's lair, the one place to which he must return.
This is bathroom. Sorry. I'll stop.
The second card tells us of a powerful force of good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope.
Oh, you're not here.
I'm not there.
Oh, the wizard.
And
This is the holy one.
Yeah.
Holy, I guess.
Hope.
the holy. This card tells of powerful force of good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope.
Okay.
I like the alliteration.
Look for a wizard's tower on a lake.
Ah! I knew it!
Let the wizard's name and servant guide you to that which you seek. I'll say that again. Look for a wizard's tower on a lake. Let the wizard's name and servant guide you to that which you seek. The third card. This is a card of power and strength. It tells of vengeance, a sword of sunlight.
Where were we all writing the same thing down?
I don't know.
Well, if you get separated, it might be nice.
Our team kind of sucks.
This one is the traitor.
It's an old lady card.
It's holding pie.
No, it's Syrdath. Tossing my pie over the bridge.
Look for a wealthy woman, a staunch ally of the devil. She keeps the treasure under lock and key, with the bones of an ancient enemy.
So what was this one? Just a traitor?
That was the card.
The card of power and strength tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight.
Weapon of vengeance?
Look for a wealthy woman, a staunch ally of the devil. She keeps the treasure under lock and key with the bones of an ancient enemy.
Alright, I'm gonna copy off somebody.
So when you say bones of an ancient enemy, are you negating her enemy?
That's what I see. That's all they give me.
Okay.
And then 4.
It's a reputation.
Drink your wine.
This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness.
The ghost.
See? I told you we all had to die to get in the castle.
Have you come in the room now? You should have been like, oh, inside.
Stir the spirit of the clumsy knight whose crypt lies deep within the castle. This will be fun. Stir the spirit of the clumsy knight whose crypt lies deep within the castle. Okay. And the
Let's
fifth,
see if that was last.
the fifth one. This card sheds light on. Your enemy is a creature of darkness whose power are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him.
It's a castle.
Seer.
Oh no.
No, that's some great artwork on it too.
No.
Oh dear.
Let's see if I can
He waits for you in a place of wisdom, warmth, and despair. Great secrets are here, are there.
Yeah, the Pastries.
Okay.
Great thing about it is we go back and listen to it. It's just
What's that? Great secret lies you there.
Seer. Great secrets are there. So these Of the visions I've seen, to aid you in the quest against your enemy.
But no, we use his name. This is what he uses his name.
That would be very helpful.
The wizard is supposed to live them out.
Yeah. Do you know it?
Oh, I'm not here.
Oh.
I stayed out
That's right.
I stayed out to the 10th club to eavesdrop. Did I hear all this?
The Mad Wizard of Mount Bartok is who you speak.
Do you know the general location?
I've not been looking into the Mad Wizard.
Have you heard of his servant? The name of the servant might be.
No. This is all the help I can give you. And her crystal ball kind of, the light stops shining in it. And she sits down and she goes, "You're welcome to rest here for the night if you want. But after that, we'll need you to move on your way. We do not want to draw the ire of the devil's Strahd."
Which direction are you going to be heading?
Oh, I'm not. These old bones stay here.
Why are you helping us if you're worried about getting his ire?
I have my reasons. I've given you all the answers I can give you.
Alright.
And as the cards that were on the table float up, and they start dissolving into a white light, they just disappear.
I want to ask these two guys where they came from. Like, which direction before they set up camp did they come from?
Oh, the guy sitting by you? Well, sometimes we go out into the mist and we come back with things that we can't get in Barovia. It's been a few months, but
like people who don't live here?
Well, I don't go out and do that personally, but I go out and I shop and I get things. I got this, and he pulls out and he's got a little pocket watch. He goes, I got this in a town, I don't know what town. Sometimes I pop out. But we want to leave this beautiful land, he looks out over the lake.
Do you guys just like stay here? Is this your camp that you live at always, or are you nomadic?
We don't like to leave Madame by herself. But
she doesn't travel.
No, Madame hasn't left the tent in some time. She's been here for as long as I can remember.
First, the warrior.
This is the warrior. I shake because I can pop this way.
Wizard.
The wizard. Whoa.
Did they know the name of the wizard on the hill?
No, we don't know.
Traitor.
Trader
Do
goes.
you know anything of interest on the way to Valaki that we should stop to see, or safe places to rest?
Ah, well, you could come to Stami. We're always safe. But besides that, I don't know.
Did they just ask you to marry them?
He goes, I was talking with Madame Eva, and she did tell me, and he looks around and he's got this little bag, and he pulls it out, and it's got a little black lacy outfit in it. And then he goes, I thought this might help after talking with Madame Eva, if maybe help us be friends, if you would like it.
Where did you find that?
Oh, I picked it up in a town. Yeah, it is a night. It's a negligee. And he goes, oh, Madame Eva said you might like it. I got drunk one night. She told me about it. And he hands it to you with a big dopey smile.
I will accept your gift.
He sits a little close to you. So, for Aaron to get back. We've been playing for a bit. We can take a break, too. If you
Oh, this is me?
Okay, we're going to take a break. We're back. Okay. So and I'm just make sure we're back. We are. Truly back. Okay. So you met with Madame Eva. Go back to the encampment picture. Okay. So you remember fire. You've been offered to stay the night there if you'd like. You can do that. It's kind of mid-afternoon. Got some time left.
We need to keep moving.
We can't make it to Valaki with daylight we have left.
I'm probably not participating in this discussion. I'm going to take like hammer stack down
Okay.
Just not trying to steal horse. Just
Well, it's going to take 2 full days to get there. If we stop at midday, that puts us 2 nights in the water.
3 mariners, gelding, and
keep
just
going.
out there kind of interested in.
Then we'll be further into
It's a beautiful view.
in the wild.
Right.
can I try to fish with the gab?
Well,
I'm pretty good at it.
Ireena doesn't really want to stay the Stani camp anyway. She's
22.
Yeah. You get not only you get one trout, real good size rainbow trout, and then you see another one going by too, and you get to there's a little kind of school of them. You got two giant, decent sized rainbow trout.
So friends, anywhere between here and Valaki. Anywhere between here and Valaki would be a good place for us to rest if we decided to go.
I already asked them, all they gave me was underwear.
Let's keep that between us.
Madame
Eva does not like it when I cock up to turn.
He's a sub.
She likes them. She like it.
You told me to talk about it anyway.
Oh, okay.
Was it Maddie East originally? I don't understand.
Oh, I don't want you.
I bought it. I had to go down to get it. It was a perilous journey for me.
I think you got a there.
Between here and sorry, trying to get back here. Between you go up to the falls on the way to Valaki, you'll see that. And then there's a road that goes to Castle Ravenloft, and it goes off to Valaki. They won't let you in at nighttime in Valley. They're very
Sure.
We won't make it that far before nightfall.
Yeah, my question is there a good place to camp you know of safe?
The safest place is here with Stani. No ill befall us. Unless you, of course, injure us in any way that we can curse on you.
Do you want to travel with us? And ensure our safety for this one night?
Let me see if my cousin... And he goes over the 2 men that came and met you guys on the road, the skinny one and the portly one. He goes up to them and says, they're interested in having you escort them. Would you take your wagon and take them into town? And he's like the fat one. Goes he's got a name. But sure, we'll call him Costello for now. I'm just gonna use Ruby names. He's
I couldn't find mine.
Namir. We'll call him Namir. Namir comes and goes. Yes, I can take you for 50 gold. I would take you to Valley.
50 gold.
I think probably fine as we go and are vigilant.
Alright, I appreciate the offer. That's a little too steep for us.
Well, it's whatever the horse is, and that's my clock down.
Sure.
I wasn't asking for you to take all that. Just one person come with us.
Give me a persuasion check. I'm the guy who got you the lingerie.
Good, I got a score.
I'll give you
20.
He says, yes, I believe I can take a horse and escort you.
Oh, that would be wonderful. And then you can tell me more stories.
So you go tonight?
We'll just go the rest of the day, camp for the night, and then you can come back this way to Eva in the morning.
Let's my mother go. Elderly Donnie.
You got a mama's boy.
Great.
It points at you and she yells at him and tells him he needs to shave and himself before he goes out with you. So he goes to the river and he takes shaving. box shaving his neck. So it's less of a neck beard now. And yeah. And he tries to go downstream you, and he's just shaving a little bit and cuts himself. Goes back up and he goes, okay, if you'll get your colors together, we'll head off to Valak.
We have an escort.
Got a couple.
He gets on his horse, which he's just going to take it at a slow pace as you guys go down the road. And you follow the mud path for another couple of hours. And literally nothing. You don't see anything looks dangerous. You see anything looks odd while he's with you. Nothing seems to bother you. You do. Let's see. Eventually, go up to the river, the base of the canyon, the far end, which is a great waterfall. You can see points up to you, and you can see kind of a cloud of cold mist that's gathering from the water that's coming off of it, and a great stone bridge spans the canyon nearly 1,000 feet. So he takes you up to the top of that, and you see the bridge, and this goes off to Castle Ravenloft. And
we'll make note of that for the future, perhaps.
And
That's
that
appears to be the Devil's Strahd carriage waiting there, and you can see it's parked there, waiting on the other side. And this road, of course, goes to the village. My dear, you'd like to go to Valaki. So you hardly ever see a carriage stopping like that.
Just straight ahead.
Way to go. Okay. Yeah. So you guys going. Let's see. Towards the end of the night, you start arriving at the gates. Sorry. Sorry. You see the big gates, kind of like when you came into Barovia with the two figures, their heads were falling off, except their heads are still attached, and they're just big gates. And as you approach, they eerily creak open again, and open up, and it's almost dark, and he suggests we can camp here on the road if you'd like, or off the road if you'd like to. I'm quite good at starting a fire and setting up camp, and I can cook, and I do a bit of sewing.
That's a very nice hand one day.
They open the gates, right? So we can go.
Oh, we can keep going if we travel at night.
No.
This is not the case.
No, it's just the gate.
Okay. Yeah, no, we don't want to travel. We should camp.
And they won't let us in. At this hour. There was a camp outside of Tabnestani. Maybe I could teach you to meet my grandma if you'd like to go to.
We'll see how wary I am travel.
Okay. He takes off his bedroll and he starts setting up a fire and stuff. And he takes out a cook pot, starts making kind of a rabbit stew. And you don't see a lot of rabbits here, so it probably wasn't a rabbit you got. Yeah. And putting some carrots and stuff like that, and cooking a nice meal.
Doesn't sound very good to me, does it?
To you, I mean, it's kind of, bland. And it doesn't smell as enticing to you like either.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
What's his name?
I forgot his name. Crap.
Syrdath?
Yeah, Syrdath. I'll over to you, buddy. Where's that pie? I'm just going around.
Man, where's some cheeseburgers?
They seem really close.
Sometimes.
I'll do the best section I can on feigning looking forward.
Okay.
So
I'll
that
help
was
you.
set now. I don't have fish issues in it, but now I have fish issues in the arcane. So basically, between brass and I can fix something. I have fish issues. Now help me D&D. Like what does that do? Plus one. Now I have fish issues.
Plus, yeah, your proficiency.
Yeah, your proficiency bonus.
So
To it.
I would have, I guess,
Plus
3.
three.
Yeah, plus 2. And now I would have 16.
Okay.
And so I'm doing this with my perception. Or would it be investigation? I'm kidding.
Perception. Insight. Yeah.
Insight.
Sorry.
Man. 9. My die's been betrayed.
Yeah. He's looking. Can't seem to find it. It's like it's missing.
You know what? I'll help you. It's got to be in there somewhere, right?
I mean, I just got stuff here, and it's not here. Hard. Maybe it fell out on the road. I'm sorry.
You guys look for half an hour. He keeps looking, fidgeting. Don't seem to find it.
So you think he's on the road, huh? Okay.
I'm gonna
Walk away.
I'm gonna like saddle him and be like, no.
I still want this
Racist.
I think maybe if you still has that pipe
He goes, well, I guess turn in if that's okay. Do you want? I have a tent. If you'd like to sleep over here. And he sets the tent. He's got it all like. It looks like the nicest setting you can camp out in. He's got clean, everything's brushed off.
Like that fancy 5,000 tent we bought in Patrick.
Oh no, that's not that one.
Damn.
I'm gonna ask him. Kate, can I talk to you for a moment?
You're kind of yeah.
I couldn't write it.
Yes. How can I help you, friend?
I need to ask you a question. I'm gonna be like,
I'll be back.
I was like, so you have any pie? I was told that you can allow source.
For pie?
Yes. You had it. The euphoria, the love, this.
Oh, my friend. I know exactly how to help you. One moment.
Yes.
Did your friend eat one of those pies? Those old crones come out of the old windmill.
Wait, from the windmill?
Oh yeah, there's like three of them. They come out and they sell these things. Oh, your friend is very ill. I suggest you tie him up for the night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can we
He pulls out these silk ropes. They're purple. And I didn't know what to.
He also has safety knives.
If you're back, I will help you.
Do you want to let us know?
You need help? I'll talk.
Yes, kind of do the huddle, like.
I'm trying to grapple.
And then they okay, check. You can roll that with advantage, helping it.
Okay. I got the exams on both.
It's grapple is strength.
What are you all doing to me?
16. Okay. Roll on strength.
You think it would be 16, but when you come at me, I go. You all are a bunch of fools. You're nothing but a muscle-bound barbarian. And your attack is 4 less. Come straight using if your strength can be.
Oh, what is that?
Cutting words.
Yeah.
As long as I'm 16.
12.
Okay.
And so it's a strength check. Half strength.
Oh shit!
That's strength of the pie.
He was a nat 20. So as these guys coming after you just push him away.
And then I run down the road. Okay, I'm going to.
Let's roll initiative. Oh my god.
I
thought you all were my friends.
Roll my boyfriend.
5.
This is a second episode.
He's 3, right?
10. Ark, what'd you get?
14.
Yeah,
Who's
Syrdath, who's got the better best die?
He does.
Fest.
Well, I got high shake, so I got a 4.
And Trill, what did you get?
17.
Trill, you go first.
I got a 5, by the way.
I know, I got it.
I think you were young stuff.
He was reading. Didn't see it happen. He just looks at
What can I do?
Yeah, search.
You see, he gets a crazy look in his eyes and turns the bolt.
Yeah. Down that road.
Say, this looks familiar.
And he thought at one time it might be a little high dust left in his beard, all that stuff. Clean up the other day.
How's your wisdom?
I don't know. You just try to see what happens.
See what happens.
Okay. I use command. One word. I say stop.
All right. What's the spell save? It's your proficiency. It's 8 plus your base proficiency bonus plus the stat using the cast spell modifier.
I think I was my cast. So that would be 12.
So you're plus 2. Okay. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. So I gotta get a 12 or higher. I got a 19.
He resisted the thing to stop.
Yeah, my turn.
Okay, it's now it's to the high 14s. Is art? Syrdath, it's you.
You know, I wasn't present during the whole
Yeah.
thing. I was hidden. Now I'm going to do my sneak attack with fist.
Roll me. You got a bonus action. Stealth. Hide.
Now with stealth 13.
13. And what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 13.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not going to help you see better.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to do is just waylay him with a solid kind of jab. Maybe nice now at least.
Okay.
So I guess that would just be what acrobatics?
No. You're gonna give me an attack roll. Straight attack. Add your.
Strike.
Yeah, you come out of the darkness, hiding behind a tree, and you swing at him. He's missed. He's got the shakes. He's all over the place. Okay, Ark. What are you doing?
I'm running after him, trying to attack him again.
Okay. All right. This campaign is so player versus player.
11.
No. AC is 13.
What's that? It's not attack.
Grapple.
So grapple. Right. That's right. Yep. Still good. Got 15.
If he runs away, my reaction to swing at him with blood in my hand.
Okay. So he that's you kind of bump into him, but you can't go around him. He's just slippery.
I don't.
Yeah.
He's sweating a lot.
Do we know how far away this pie is?
Ireena.
Yeah.
I'm going to call after him and say, let's see, how do I phrase this? God, I don't want to die, so I don't figure out how to. Okay. I'm going to say, wait! This is intervention! We love you, we care about you. We don't want to see you go down the path of the pies.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to persuade him to stop.
He's hiding.
Okay.
It's been like a day.
It's a long time.
23.
Oh. Yeah. Just 23. Yeah, I don't know that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say that makes you. I'll give you a save. I'll give you another con save. Let's see what it is.
Does he get a benefit from our love?
Oh, not.
I'd fall for it.
You got a 1 for con save.
You got a 1 on your con save?
Yeah.
You want that pie so bad. That's it. Okay. That takes us to...
Fest, you get a turn?
After
five is Marick Ulrich.
All right. Roll a. I look at you and I say.
You don't fire.
I'd be fine with it.
Oh my god.
I wave my hand around. A little piece of iron. A straight piece of iron. And I say, hold.
Save.
13.
Okay. I'm what?
13.
Wisdom. Okay. I failed that one. 4.
All right.
So he lost in the place. How long was that last?
Up to 1 minute. Target must be wisdom, and then each turn, target can make another wisdom throw on a success.
We'll stay in initiative then.
Well, I get my turn, and you now can try to save.
Yep.
Because I'm next in line.
That's true.
Oh my god.
Or do I miss the first one? It says subsequent one.
Target must succeed a wisdom.
So I failed.
That's at the end of
End
right.
of its turns.
So you don't get any actions or anything.
Yeah.
He's
So the only thing that I can do right now is say
We can't do it because his turn's gone at the end. He can't keep any actions.
Just say immobilize your strength.
You're right.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right. And all my stuff's verbal.
Yeah. So you verbal stuff. That's right.
You can get inspired.
I can't do it.
I turn invisible. No, I'm kidding. Take it.
I almost did.
No, I don't want to hurt anybody, so because all my stuff is yeah.
Go.
No, y'all friends. Even though you guys, I'm gonna be like, I'm
just won't let him eat his pie.
I thought you all were friends. Why are you doing this to me? I just wanted to go get that pie and think of my family and be happy again. That's a weeping. I'm gonna see if I can save. What was my DC again?
13.
Okay, I'm unimmobilized, but my turn's done.
Okay. So now it's your friend's turn. We will call him Oleg.
Okay.
I feel like it's.
And he'll go.
I feel like I should get it safely.
I've got him
too soon.
And
Target him.
oh yeah. Give me
He
got an 18.
That's right.
I think I'll
8.
He grapples you. just wrestles you to the ground. He's like, I got him.
So he's like basically hugging me.
Yeah.
Like bear hugging.
I curl asleep.
He smells lavender and gooseberries. He's tried to freshen himself up. Okay, top of the round is Trill.
Okay,
You just saw him do that.
I will procure the rope you pulled out. I will high fest stuff.
Okay. Just give me a. It's not like a user rope skill. This is a. Yeah, give me a sleight of hand. Sleight of hand.
I got 0 on all that stuff.
Animal handling.
She doesn't even see it.
Yeah. You you're not real using tie like this. So it's around the wrist, but it's not really knotting.
Okay.
Well, there we go. Okay. Next up is
guys.
Syrdath.
I do know how to tie.
Okay.
So I do sleight on him, and that would be just 12.
Yeah. You tie a knot on him. You feel like he's bound pretty good. He's okay. He's not gonna go anywhere immediately. Okay. And I'll let you do that with advantage. You got help roll again. Yeah, I think that's
Countdown.
Same thing.
Okay. We'll drop out of initiative at point to tie up.
Close up my shoulder and walking back to
Okay.
where we camped.
I think back to where I was.
Oleg takes some of the silk and he kind of gags you with it, puts it in your mouth, and ties it around your head.
He's weirdly good at it.
Well, let's see.
Does he hang me from a tree?
He's okay. He's okay. He's middling. You know.
My next trick would have been to use my own.
You can tell he's practice.
Yeah.
I was going to do minor to make my rope tie really well. If she has a whip check.
If you got a hold of pie, it's gonna use purify food.
So you guys sit down for the night and do you put up a watch?
Yeah.
At least on him.
I'm really not feeling sleepy. So I'm just going to watch all night.
How could you
Okay.
perception?
I'm gonna take watch.
Good.
You
I'll take watch. I want to
I trust him.
to Mother Night.
Okay.
I trust you.
Just don't feel so sleepy.
I'm just going to start humming hymns. I can't sing.
You guys sleep through the night. I'll save rolls for seeing anything. Nothing really terrible happens. But Ark, during the middle of the night, you have a dream. You see a giant pot with bubbling blackish coming out of it.
Like a
Cauldron, yes. And three women dancing around it. And in your dream, you see three trees that are real tall, and one of them gets hit by lightning and falls over. And strangely enough, when that falls over, the other two collapse too. And then they shift, and you see doors opening, and families being pushing out children out. And the children are struggling, Mama, no. And then that fades. And then that's it for your day.
No, instinctual. Just nebulous.
Yes.
So one tree falls, the others also fall, and then people, families push children out of the house. I probably won't just ask that.
And I sit up all night and I keep waiting to get sleepy or tired, wait for someone else that never comes. So I just throw a little bit.
It's weird.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't eat.
As you're sitting there, the dwarvish voice, the old dwarven woman you know so well, she kind of talks to you tonight, says a couple things to you, checks in on you, asks how you are, that sort of thing.
I recall that the one of the Vistani mentioned something about the pie. There were three women. Do I connect those dots? I feel like that's a related dream.
Give me a
Inside?
It's either religion or
athletics.
Let's do religion.
Sure. Yeah.
Why not?
That's not negative. 8. Maybe
not. You don't know. That was a weird dream.
Yeah.
They didn't look like Granny.
Just three. You said old women or women?
Three women. Two look young, one looked a bit older, but you don't think they look like. The features were a little elongated, different.
But nobody that I would explicitly
recognize.
Right.
Okay. You wake up.
Can I try to slide in the night?
I'm
I don't want to do this. I'm just curious.
I'm gonna let you give me another con save.
Okay. Cool. Maybe I'll stop. Nope.
Oh my god.
Can we like help?
Stop using that one.
What'd you roll?
2.
You please.
Great.
I mean,
if I find a way to make Pastries, then I'm gonna like have them going all over the place.
This is more Strahd and writing pie.
Yeah. The curse of the pie.
No, I didn't hear him say the windmill.
No, you didn't. Stop talking to me.
So you get up and he's made you a lovely breakfast. I mean, there are eggs. He's cooked it all up. He went out and found a little budding flower, which you don't see a lot of flowers in Barovia, but found somewhere. And it's like a river lily, and he's got it set up for you and stuff. And
Thank you. I picked the flower.
He watches you eat, like does that like. It's good. Yes. It's good. And then he gets up and he takes his horse and gets ready. He's like, well, let's get on. Let's go to Valley Keep.
Hey, we're having a conversation over here. I asked Syrdath if she was even allowed to have sex because of her faith as a paladin.
Why would... That's a very important question. Do you want a different religion is treated differently, so you don't know much about her religion, I think.
Well, I mean,
Not Catholic.
Her God's not going to have any problem prohibitions on that. Her God's. Yeah.
Pretty chill.
Yeah.
This is what my God looks like. Like he's down.
Wow.
Yeah, he's not like you. I mean, he would be about it. Like, so yeah. Do one on the back.
I think I'll walk, but I'll walk.
If you get tired, it's and he'll lead you on.
I thought he was back to the camp that morning.
Oh, well, what good to get you to the gates.
Okay.
I would not leave, you poor people by yourselves.
Who's carrying?
I'm chewing this gag.
Yeah.
You know what?
As far as being bound, he's soft. I mean,
He's skilled.
Literally sweating.
Yeah.
So, I'm just like, I like to drink.
I'll take a gag. I don't.
Okay.
I think that's
Is anyone going to feed him?
I've got the apple they gave us some of
apple.
Wait, I got mage hand.
I'll take a water skin over and like.
I'm like, this is completely unnecessary. You can let me down. I think the worst is
on the road for about an hour or so. Some kind of burly men come out of the woods, start walking away, and they see Oleg, and he just kind of waves them off, and they turn around and go the other way. They get furs, they look like they're hunters.
Are they friends of yours?
Just some closer. And
Looks like my kind of people.
yeah, look very much like your kind of people.
Are they your friends?
He doesn't have
So
Also, very, very good.
I've had a picture. I've had a picture of Valaki out of town for a while now. The old Slavic road meanders into the valley, washed over by dark, brooding mountains to the north and south. The woods recede, revealing a sullen mountain surrounded by a wooden palisade. You can see it off in the distance. Also, off a bit to the left of the road facing the town. To the west, you can see a windmill. Yeah.
Hey, is that a windmill where those three women you talked about were from?
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if I see it, I'm gonna be like, first off, guys, again, I'm good. I didn't hear this, so I'm gonna be like,
That's not good news.
I'm gonna ask the guy, is that the only windmill that's in this immediate area that you know of?
That's the only windmill in Barovia.
I own the deed to that windmill. I'm being serious.
What?
The children gave me that deed.
What? You need to kick that habit, my friend.
You have that deed on you, you said.
You guys robbed me, huh?
No, I was just gonna verify your story.
You and I were like going through the papers. Yes,
Yeah.
I found this deed at the
Yeah.
same time I found the deed for the house.
Yeah. He has the deed. That's technically your windmill, I think.
Shall we visit it?
I'm
Hey,
sorry. I'm
well, the
sorry.
town is this way.
I'm not a lawyer, but I'm pretty sure stealing the deed to a building does not make that your building.
The
It
deed
was in a chest.
the deed. No, it was.
That still doesn't make it better.
No, it was in the safe. I got it from the safe.
Yeah.
Broke it. How far away is this window from?
Oh,
From
the
the
kids didn't give
from
it to me. I found it.
Valaki,
That's right.
it looks like it's probably
His name's on the
it's
bottom
probably
of it.
2 to 3 miles
Did
away.
he write it there?
Okay.
But I mean, you can see it just kind of out there by
He
itself.
also notarized it. It's
I said, I
legit.
mean,
He notarized it for
we're
himself.
rested. I don't think there's any
I still
reason to
don't
wait
think
to
that
check this out. We
counts.
can do it now.
Again, I'm not a
I wanna
legal
check out the
expert,
window.
but I'm pretty sure.
Windmill?
Yeah, I mean we're rested.
I don't know what
Healthy,
kind of
we're not-
knowledge that would be.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's...
It
And-
could be a good base of
Oh, well, we
operation.
had a couple people cast some spells when we were trying to...
Y'all slept
Well, we've
though.
rested.
Yeah, you
since-
rested
Yeah,
up, you got
that's-
back.
That was before we
Also,
went to bed.
in all seriousness, folks, let me down. Out of character, I'm not gonna run because Celeste came down.
I don't believe you.
I'm just gonna hanker it, but I gotta hanker it, but I'm good.
Let's check out your windmill.
if we're going in, I'll
Yeah.
As
put
a
'em
show
down
of good
on time
faith
again to
that
smoke
we
back.
like you.
Well, do you want me to stay here on the road with your
That
friends?
doesn't
What do
No,
you
he
guys-
look like
okay.
a nice
Okay.
windmill.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be nicer than this too. But then again, the house that you got burned down also wasn't very nice.
Wait, is this a death windmill?
Probably.
You know, if we had that scarecrow, we could have, put it outside here and kept the birds away.
You should have tried to make friends with it.
Just,
Well, is there a history to this? I'm gonna ask him before we leave. Or maybe the people in town would know, but
We haven't been there yet.
Yeah. My job was to take you to town.
We should go
Dealing
ahead.
with the old hags in the window from what dream pastries will not be good for your friend.
Hold on, that's where the pastry.
Yes,
Are
they sell pastries out there. That's their...
Oh no!
no. Wait, is there a bread shortage in Barovia if this is the only windmill?
So
They
he
probably
hears
have
him say
water wheels.
pastries. What do you do when he?
He said pastries. That's different than pie.
It's an old grandmother and her 2 daughters.
Yeah. Well, I want to
Wait.
ask.
Who?
So she calls herself Granny. She lives there with her 2 daughters. They sell the...
We'll
She's
go
older
to
than
town.
younger, right?
Yes.
Mm.
We'll
Does
go to
that
town
mean
first
something
and
to
then
you?
relieve you of your duty.
Okay,
Maybe.
okay. So,
Probably not.
well, let's...
You know,
off to
for me, I think
Valaki.
That means something to you.
So DM,
Mm-hmm.
how strong is the compulsion on that pie?
Fine.
It's pretty strong. I mean, you don't want to like kill your friends and stuff for it yet. You've only had
Yet.
you
No.
only had one
one-fourth.
trip.
1 1/4.
So I would say it's not like you're not willing to kill for it and stuff. But I think on your own, if you were left to your own devices, you would wander off to the.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of one of the things. If you stay busy, you know,
But
you're
it's not
okay.
gonna. But it doesn't make me.
If you're not
stupid.
busy,
You're a functioning
Ole.
piehead.
Yeah.
Ole,
Okay.
I don't suppose you have a collar in that bag of yours.
All right. If people call
that
me,
would be
I will
weird.
fight you.
Why would I have a,
Well, just because
why would I have a collar?
something we can do so we can walk
Maybe.
and we don't have to carry him
I am-
anymore. But
I
you
am
still
not a
can't
dog.
Run
I
off.
can control myself.
I don't believe you.
We'll go to town and then we'll check out your windmill after we.
Again, pretty sure it's still not his windmill.
I'll say this: if we go in and these 3 women, if they cause us any trouble, just let's make sure to knock out at least one of them. That's all I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
Hey, trust
So
me,
let's
I'm
go
not
beat
gonna
up.
shoot one
Let's go
things.
beat up on poor
I
defenseless
mean,
women.
Granny sells the pies and nobody
Yeah,
can eat the
mother.
pies, but
It causes any
she's
trouble.
never actually gone after
If it
anybody.
causes any trouble, we need to get at least one of them down.
That seems
You
excessive.
you wanna beat up the old lady selling the?
No, we're going to town. We're not beating up old ladies.
Oh, okay. My
Why-
mother would not approve.
Oh, I know.
Why would you beat them up? She was one of the nicest women I ever met. She was gonna give me a pie for free.
Anyway,
To town.
let's
Okay.
go into the town. We
I have a
need.
windmill.
We'll go
We
back to
are
the
going to
windmill.
spend 1 night here, so we should probably find somewhere for lodgings.
Thick fog presses against the walls of the town as you approach, as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town at slumber. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are half a dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them. As you approach, one of the figures atop the, by the gate, says, "Hey, hold there! What brings you to Valaki? What business?
Refuge.
Refuge.
Safety.
I want to buy something sharp.
Shut up.
Oh, okay.
Commerce.
We are looking to lodge for at least one night here inside of the walls.
You can.
And we also need some supplies and some items.
You've got money.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have
Give me a perception. Not perception. Persuasion check.
persuasion.
Okay.
I got a
All of
9.
us are just some.
14.
14.
I mean,
Just people that've been talking.
oh, never mind then.
So let's see. I forget how to play after this. So I'd be 15. Do I have my proficiency bonus yet?
No, it's all
Okay.
right.
So, yeah,
Okay,
15.
taking the difference there. I'll say, well, okay, I'll tell you what, you cause no trouble in town. You can come in. You don't come at night, we won't let you in. And if you leave town, you let us know.
That seems fair.
All will be well.
Like, anytime we leave town?
Why would you want to leave? It's dangerous. See all the wolves' heads out here.
I see
Well,
that.
we heard that there might be someone
Dangerous
living on the
wolves.
mountain who could help us with a problem that we have.
Oh, you've heard the rumors of the Mad Mage.
Yeah, is he real?
Why would I leave Valaki? This is the
I don't
safest
know.
place
He's
in
closer
Barovia.
to you than he was to where we were, so we thought he might know.
Come in. He opens the gate. And,
Thank you.
as you come in, he goes, there are several gates. This one is called the Zarevich Gate. My name is Bogan, and if you need Bogan Clavidia, if you need me, you just ask for me. You're a very pretty one. The rest of you can go.
Well,
Like,
bye.
it's
It was
getting
nice
very
knowing
little
you.
romantic
Well, I
attention.
need you guys, so I come with you.
Lost travelers
Also,
about
I look
that kid.
like a mess. My brother just got kidnapped.
Oh, but
and
your
we've been
hair is so beautiful, and the
camping,
description for you is just gorgeous.
I mean, that's true. I'm supposed to be like the reincarnation of the most beautiful woman who ever lived in this country. Not that I know that.
Notice him, senpai.
He does
We're not
point you
gonna
out
go
to
into
Saint Andrew's Church if you need refuge. You can go to the church.
Churches are good.
So is St.
Strahd
Andrew the
can't get
actual
into
god, or is that just the name of the church?
It's named
a saint.
after a saint. And
Okay. I just didn't know if there was any particular.
you wouldn't know anything from your history. You wouldn't ring any bells. 'Cause you
Okay.
don't
But I know
Is it
anything about
Episcopalian or
said saint.
Presbyterian, or what is it?
I was a saint of the morning lord. He
Okay.
I think they you would know his bones and stuff are holy relics.
Bones, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Something said something about bones.
Yeah.
Rose
The
with Bumble.
traitor.
Would you tell me what you know about the
Bones of an
saint?
ancient enemy.
I'm gonna lock
So-
the key.
And sorry, Saint who was it? Saint
Andrew.
Andrew.
Andral.
Saint Andrew. So you are. Do they still pray to the Morning Lord here? His presence has not been felt.
Oh
in so
yes,
long.
yes.
That
Yeah.
is good to hear. The old ways are the best ways.
It's only the Morning Lord or Mother Night or those terrible devil worshipping Strahd worshipper followers. You're not none of those. Are you?
No.
How about this one over here?
Nah, he's something you've never
He's got
heard
his
of.
own thing going on.
I don't see very many elves. We have elves, but they're not. none have your complexion.
I have a pigment disorder.
Oh, okay.
What's the
We try not to talk about
what's the nice part of town?
Well, there's the St.
Any
Andrew's
really
Church.
nice houses, like really wealthy.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
You
there
looking
is.
for a girlfriend?
maybe. Maybe I am.
Good luck with it.
I mean, the Baron's place is quite nice, of course. He and the Baroness.
What are their names?
Their names are Vargas Valkovich. Is that me?
I think you.
Is it Nope. And his wife, Petrovna, and his guard is Ezek Strahd. He always keeps with him. He's a big man. Something's wrong with his arm. He always keeps it bandaged up. Well, he looks a lot like you, sir. He's a big
handsome fellow.
Oh. Yes. And then...
Are they, you mentioned they were strong worshippers in the city, are they?
Well, we try to keep that out. All will be well in Valaki.
So they're not strong worshippers.
Oh, I know. The Baron and Baroness? No.
What?
No, and such... You'll get locked up for that.
Oh, no.
Be careful. There's powerful families in town. This is the most lovely place in Barovia.
Is there a nice inn we could stay at?
There is an inn. It is.
Where they don't poison your food?
Poison
to
your
be
food?
fair, the pie is not poison. It's just
It's poison!
drugs.
The Blue Water Inn is here in town. You could always check that out.
I think we will.
I believe they have a bard that sings terribly there.
Rolls once.
That might be the name of his band.
Regardless, we do need somewhere to stay at least for tonight. So we should go check this inn out.
Yes, let's go there.
Hey, do you want to send your boyfriend off?
He looks at you.
We should totally get them their own room at the inn.
I don't think his kind is welcome inside the gates.
Oh, no. Well, yes, we have a camp out here. I can't follow you in. I won't follow you in, but...
The information I need in the city, send your regards to your mom and
We all kind of like
But
shift away.
you could meet my grandmama. She's in the camp just in the outside of
our
town.
matters are of a timely nature.
But
I'll come up and kind of clap him on the back and just like, bad luck, Mike.
oh, you will come visit.
Strahd out?
Yes, Trill.
Yeah.
Yes, Trill.
I'll come visit eventually.
Although your vision leaves my sight, it takes my heart with you.
Oh, here you go. I'll
On you go.
cut off a little lock of hair. There you go.
Oh, he takes it and he binds it with a little bit of silk. And
Now I'm with you always.
he puts it in his pocket and he's got the dumbest grin. And
I wish
he rides off. He rides off.
All right, now we're rid of him. Let's continue.
It's cold. He bought you lingerie.
He found lingerie.
It was his mother's.
It wasn't for me.
You
just
said
gave
you
it.
were
She
bought
sell
it.
lingerie. Doesn't sound appealing.
And she does not look like somebody who she's very properly dressed. You've got the armor on.
gold
and
and the
looks
white.
Like, yeah, it's like a paladin. So black nighty is kind of
Hey, you
out of
never know
place.
what paladins are wearing under all that plate. They could all be wearing black nighties.
So what are you guys doing?
To the
Yeah.
blue water.
The Blue Water Inn. Okay.
Lawful good in the streets, chaotic good in the sheets.
Gray smoke
I go
issues
for that.
from the chimney of this large two-story wooden building with a stone foundation, sagging tile roof upon which several ravens have perched.
Oh.
A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall. And you go in, and this seems to be like there's quite a lot of people here. And on the walls you can see wolf heads. Some are dire wolves, some are just regular wolves, and they're all mounted across the walls. You count maybe 8 or 9 of
Good
them.
thing your other form isn't a wolf.
Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of
Wolves.
The quarrel.
what I perceive as the senseless display of animal cruelty.
It's the lovely room of death you have here.
Yes, this is the room of death. You must be the monopoly.
You approach, and there's an innkeeper and his family. If I can find them, his family. That's the innkeeper, and that's his family. And he introduces himself as Erwin Mardikov, and he tells you, welcome to the Blue Water Inn, my friends. Sanctuary from all the evils of the land. Here we are kept safe and well fed, and we drink the wine from the Wizard of the Vines. So we have the wines here, and
The Wizard of the
Wizard, you
Vines.
say?
oh, it's a vineyard. It's a
The vineyard.
vineyard.
Wait, what
Yeah.
kind of wine?
Oh, the name of the name.
Yeah, the name of the place is we've got the Red Dragon Crush and
So the guy who makes the wine isn't a wizard.
Purple Grape Mash
Got it.
number 3.
Do you have any whites?
No, it's just those two. We used to have a finer one, but they stopped producing.
Couldn't help but notice you have a very large crowd here, and do you care if I perform?
Oh,
They
oh,
might.
Well,
You're still tied up. We didn't untie
Oh,
you.
I did. I
Ian
definitely
taught me.
did. I
No,
definitely
you
did.
took the gag out.
No, they taught me.
Okay.
I love this.
Perhaps you'd have some of my father's wine. It comes from his winery. But we have a performer. He calls himself.
Golly.
Here's your wine.
Says he smashes grapes.
Oops, sorry. I should know this. Jeez, how many pages are there in this?
Tenacious D.
Big in.
He calls himself Rictavio. He's a half-elf bard sitting over there in the corner. He's doing a little puppet show for children right now. He performs. He's not quite a good singer, but he's got, and you would have seen on your way in. Let's see, one of these should say Rictavio's wagon.
Yeah, left.
Here,
Second one down.
Yep, there you go. Yep. That's the front, his wagon. He's been here for some time, and he plays and tells stories to the children, and I don't want to cause trouble. He's been here for a bit, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see how good you are.
Accurate.
I mean, I can give him professional courtesy and talk to him.
Okay,
See if we can trade up.
that'd be appropriate.
What are you looking at here?
Are you gonna have a rap battle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, can I get you a drink, or
I will take the good stuff,
Not
the purple mash 3.
we've got cooked wolf steaks.
Nah.
So we've been through quite a bit.
Any
Would you buy me a beer?
hair to
I got rolled.
Kind of almost smoke.
That's why I want to perform so I can get more cash in
I
my
was gonna say, why don't
pocket.
you sing for your supper?
I'm trying to try.
I bet you could convince the other part.
I'll front you. I'll front you for a glass of wine, and
Excellent.
I won't buy the wolf steak for you. I'll
Would
get something.
you like the purple grape mash number 3 or the superior red dragon crush?
That's what I want.
It is good.
I'll
I
take
had,
the
Okay.
And then
Let's
is there
see.
any lighter option? Wolf
For a
steak?
bottle, 1 silver piece.
I'll take the bottle.
Okay. Give you a bottle. Yep.
Is there a library or anything like that in town here?
I mean, people have them in their homes. I don't know if there's a library per se. Yeah, I don't. We don't. Does this look like a place that has a lot of books?
No, I was asking if you knew. That's why I said in town.
No,
not,
we
hey,
have a
in the
toy
tavern.
maker. We have.
You have a toy maker, but you don't have a place for books?
Look, we've been walled in here for some time, but we don't. Books coming in and out is not.
Well, the mayor, they said there was the Lord and Lady,
The Baron and Baroness.
Baron and Baroness. Most noble households keep a library. We could ask them.
Probably don't like people knocking on the door being like, hey, can I go in your library?
They probably don't let the common rabble in.
They knew my father, my adoptive father. All of the leadership of the towns know of each other.
No, the families. Yeah, the families are all from each of the towns there have been, and they all have some kind of lineage to Strahd going way back, but they're all. So, you guys sit down and drink. What do you? There's some, not music playing at this time, but he's,
I'm gonna watch him.
he's doing his puppet show. It's a knight, a brave knight, taking on werewolves, and it's a his lover's lost, and his family. He saves his children, but could not save his wife, and
I'm completely
Can I
ignoring
tell-
this and lost in my books.
Can I tell if the wolves
I'm
adorning the
arranging
walls
for
are
rooms
natural
for us.
wolves or werewolves?
Uh,
I can make a check.
yeah. Give me a nature check.
They don't change back when they die.
Very poor. Natural 1 plus 2, which is 3.
Yeah, they look like wolves. I mean, they look like the dire ones are a bit bigger, and you know those are kind of
Right.
more fierce. But that's about all you got. Yeah, and he finishes his show to the kids with the knight bravely with his silver sword chopping down like a fierce werewolf and saving his children. And then the kids, you'd think they'd be applauding as he built up to his crescendo. They just kind of blank faced got up and walked away.
I like extra loudly
Yeah.
like cheer for the knight killing the wolves.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
clap too.
Woo!
Yep, and he's like,
You're already drunk.
oh, thank you. I accept tips. And he
So did she.
he'll sit down at his table and he'll have a drink of wine and just kind of lounge back and look at you all. And he's like, oh, you're new.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out and shake his hand. I'm Fest Bashaman. I'm also a performer. I'm glad to find another one around here.
Oh, where did you school?
I actually I learned in the Church of Ilmater.
Oh,
Very
right.
very far from here. Ilmater.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have you in town. Good to have you. You don't look like you're from Barovia.
Passing through.
I am not. I'm half elf myself. You won't see any like me here. Really? We don't see a lot of elves. There's some dusk elves that are around, but most of them, unfortunate story. The Devil Strahd killed off all the females. So it's, in the Vistani camp outside, you can see some of them.
What
Is
a
he giving me
jerk.
some stink eye?
It's not stink eye. It's just, it's like, but I do know of your.
My great lineage, yes. It's like, I wouldn't bother regaling them with those tales.
Don't really see you above ground much.
Yeah, there's not much sun here, is there? Kind of messed
Huh.
up.
Yeah, it must
very
make you
pleasant.
at home.
Mhm.
Oh well, besides this awkwardness, I traveled here to this land and got trapped, and here I am.
Do you know anything about the Mad Mage on the hill?
I've heard rumor of a mad mage. I don't know anything of him. Mostly just trying to stay out of the Devil Strahd's gaze, and Valaki seemed like the best place to be.
So you plan on staying here? You don't want to return?
Yeah, I would. If I could find a way out there, I would. But,
Got a wagon.
you know, I've got a captive audience.
They seem to love
Speaking
you.
of that, as a fellow performer, would you give me the courtesy of giving me some stage time? I was waylaid earlier. I had no coin.
He
I
was
just
robbed.
Yeah,
I was robbed.
I was robbed. I
Okay,
I got
okay.
deep into the pie.
Yeah, my boy,
I
let's
was
see
in
what
the- I
you
was in
got.
the pan.
And he sits down and he crosses his legs and looks at you expectantly.
Am I going to just show him, or do you want me to go on stage?
Well, there's not really.
Or just
There's a clear
I know, right?
corner.
No.
It's not so much a stage.
I got this.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna set up.
He
and
packs up his
get my loot.
his puppets.
And I do the whole thing. I get in a chair, get my leg up on it, start strumming, and start tuning it up, and then I go into it.
Anyway,
Blistering, freaking one. I go. Hold on, this is just a warm up.
No,
No.
I'm gonna have to cut you off, son. That was
Flashback to reality.
You rotate too far, you like
that was
I
God's
just break it.
awful.
pull
I
a
break
tendon
his
in your
That was
groin.
God's awful. I've never heard something. That my ears may be bleeding.
I go, everyone, if you toss me a copper, I will start playing again.
From outside the,
No.
He'll
from
give you
outside the
3
walls, you
silver.
hear wolves
I'll give you
howl.
3
Yeah.
silver, and he'll say, maybe you should change professions.
Sound advice.
Now, myself, I can't sing very well.
But I don't do it all the time, so.
But yes, that's why I do the puppets. Sometimes they ask me to sing, and I sing.
Oh, that was a 2.
Ooh, stop using that one.
I know, right?
Are you
They
really
don't-
a bard?
So, you see, sitting across from you are 2 kind of burly-looking guys, And Rictavio points out and says, "These are wolf hunters sitting over here. The owner is a good man of the establishment. Let's see.
Do those wolf hunters look like the people that the woodsmen earlier?
A bit different, but they look like right here is one of them. His name is Yavengi Krushkin.
Oh, yeah, he sounds like a
Yavingi.
cool guy.
Yeah.
Do they seem friendly or?
I just want everybody to know that he just rolled 4 times in a row and got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And his colleague here is Soldar Soldarovich.
I don't believe you that's a real name, sir. He's all got a crooked mustache.
And they're just kind of like
Joey
feeling
Joe.
down. They look kind of unpleasant, but they're not like hateful. They're just kind of like not really
I'll
impressed
ask
with
them
anything.
I'll ask them about the wolves they hunt.
Yeah.
And about werewolves, or if it's just actual wolves or werewolves.
We've heard tell of werewolves.
But not actually.
We've not really fought any ourselves. Mostly we kill the wolves and the dire wolves around town. We're experts at our job. If we see a wolf, we kill it. Most of the heads up here have been put up by us. We're guides. We sell our services. If you need them, you could pay for us to show you some of the...
I'll inquire as to, are there too many wolves? Is that the problem?
They're,
or are they just like...
the packs are... They're the most intelligent things we've ever seen. And they've always been that way in Barovia. They will hunt and kill... And my father was killed by wolves. And then I took up the bow and hunted them.
Have you been as far as the Mad Mage's facilities?
So we stay
know what he
away
lives
from Mount Bar. We only travel as far as we can get to get back in town in a day.
Have you heard his name?
He's known as Mad Mage. He doesn't come out.
Do you know anybody who would know more about him or his name?
We've heard if anyone loyal to Strahd goes up towards his mountain, he's attacked them. But that's all we've heard.
Good thing we're not loyal to Strahd.
So he's definitely real then. He's attacked people before.
We believe so.
Okay, that's good to know. Because so far everybody's like, I don't know, he's a rumor.
Yevgeny, are you going to talk to these strangers all night, or are you going to drink with me? Says the kind of balding one with the big beard. And he goes, we'll drink. Welcome.
We need to find a boat across that body of water so we can avoid the
Wolves.
wolves.
What about the water
Soldar
wolves?
says it's foolish to travel this cursed land. You don't do it.
Well, that's why I thought about the water. Okay, my humor was lost on.
Yeah.
We need to start a pun jar.
Is there anyone who goes out further into the woods and like stays the night?
Nobody. So you'll be back in town in Valaki, or you'll get locked out, and you don't return.
Like ever?
People die all the time that leave town. The wine comes in, but it's been some time since we've had a new shipment, so treasure your wine.
What can you tell us about that creepy windmill we saw when we came in?
Old Bonegrinder.
No, not your mother. The windmill. Okay. No, the windmill.
You're gonna get stabbed.
NC-17.
What? The old Bonegrinder is I've heard tell of the women that live there, the ones that sell the pastries. They come to town sometimes.
Where do they go?
And go into the windmill, and that's
No,
where they live.
when they come into town.
Oh.
where do they go?
They come and knock on doors, and as you're saying that, a gentleman, long dark hair, he's kind of well dressed. He walks up and he looks at all of you and kind of looks at you. He's, my lady.
We're here too.
Oh yes, gents. The Bonegrinder. The women there are actually. Oh, my name is Victor Vestarios, and I'm a wealthy nobleman of town, and I like to do good. In fact, I know a family that's struggling with the pies right now. They haven't left their home in a few days. If you'd check on them for me, that would be greatly
It's in it for us.
Well,
If-
I guess
if
I
we
could
can
give you.
if we can keep them from creating pies. Maybe we can help out Fest.
Well, I have a question.
Well, their children have gone missing, and
Plus we can find some kids.
Well, last time.
I have a question. There's a lot of allegedness that these pies are evil. If everybody hates these women, then why do they let them come to town to sell these pies?
well, it can be dreary living in Barovia sometimes, and
Everybody knows you don't eat the pie.
the pies put smiles on their faces for some time. They can think about times that were perhaps better. Well, few folk can remember better times, but money has bought me some lovely times. And I've been
Hard
able to do
times?
some good, to provide people, the needy, with food and sustenance that don't involve these pies. So if you could look in it.
Do I recognize any of these doors or houses around as places that would have had children pushed out?
From your vision, no, it's just, you just saw kind of...
Like no similar
Yeah.
architecture?
Yeah, all the houses are kind of the
Just
same.
generic?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I can tell you where the family lives if you want to go check in on them.
Yes, of course. Let's go check
Turns out
on
to
this
be a
family.
death house.
So
Every
he tells
town
you,
has
and the
one.
house is just, it's just a couple blocks away, and it's a single-story house that looks like it's had harder times. Doesn't look like the place has been, oh, you guys gonna leave?
Do they want our help?
I'll go check out that house.
Well,
as
what-
long as it's not like already
Got
dark.
your back.
Okay.
Well, I'm just going to ask him, why
I
don't
want to
you
line
check
up
on him?
some rooms for us to stay in at the inn tonight
I,
before we leave.
Yeah, I can help you with that. If my lady will stay with me, we can procure rooms, and you can check in on the...
Look, you didn't answer my question,
I'm not
sir.
staying here by myself with somebody.
Why don't you check on the families?
I'm not a fighter. I don't even have a weapon on me.
You expect trouble when we check on them?
No, I don't expect trouble.
I'm no longer interested.
I am.
I mean, think of the children.
Think of the children.
I'm kind of
For the
curious
kids.
about how Granny, who I just found out lives in a windmill 2 days away from my town, keeps showing up in my town by herself, apparently traveling back and forth
It's
without
the mist.
any problems.
Yeah.
It's the mist.
I mean, if you've had those pies, you would never attack her. Even the wolves. Even the wolves love the pies.
He looks at you and goes,
What?
You're very defensive of these pies.
Yeah, he ate one.
And I'm fine.
Oh,
Look
you-
at me.
He's
Hale and hearty.
Vibrant.
Anytime.
Okay, I tell you what. I will pay you. I can scrounge up about
500?
I will pay you 100 gold if you will check in on old Bonegrinder, check in on this situation with these missing children.
Oh, so you want? I thought you would have just seen the children. I know we were going to the windmill too.
Well,
Okay.
maybe. I mean,
Gotcha.
I just worry
You know
these.
more information than you're giving us.
Well, the rumor is that these old women, they get you addicted to the pies, and then they have you barter something they want, and they take your children.
Oh, he has no children.
What do they do with the children?
I don't know. I've never
Takes
been
them
to the
by.
old Bonegrinder.
Live in emergency crisis.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, Tim Bonegrinder doesn't exactly instill a lot of hope.
You could evict them. You own the place.
I do actually.
Still pretty
You own the
sure
Boom
that's
Rider.
not how it works.
I pull it out.
There's a deed to it.
Oh,
I show them. I've actually inherited. Don't touch it now.
well, this.
I am a property owner, which makes me higher. I'm actually equal on
I
par
didn't
with
vote
you.
for Strahd.
I walk over you with you with the rest. We're above this rabble now. I also own this piece of property. No, I do show it to them.
Again, I'm pretty sure that if you steal it, it's still not
It
your...
wasn't stolen.
It was found, and we won't go into it. But the ghost children didn't seem to mind that I had
Well,
it.
perhaps you can follow that with the Baron and Baroness, and it could be yours. But
Don't
there
know.
are some squatters.
Some rats in there, yes.
All right. Well, let's.
I hear that and say, well, let's get some rest and then we could go see the Baroness in the morning. Or Baron and Baroness in the morning.
You talk to the proprietor of the Blue Water Inn, and he says that he will rent out a room to you guys for
Just one room.
to do one, two. Well, how many rooms do you want?
I'll ask
How
if
much
there's,
are
like,
they?
cheaper rooms or like stable area, like
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
bar.
there is.
There's a manger.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll
This
take
time
that
of year
room.
is booked.
Yeah, I would. I'm a noble woman. I would like to sleep in a bed.
So
Okay.
I would say 2 rooms. Do the gents and the ladies.
Okay. Okay. That will be 2 electrum pieces.
What?
Electrum pieces. They're really old. Well, not old. They're
Oh.
coins.
They're 50.
To you guys, they
Yeah.
would look like really
The old currency.
old currency.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Okay. Well, I'll take.
There's an equivalent.
Yeah, there's an equivalent.
What about that
It's
whole
like 10
thing about us checking on those children? How about
What is it? It goes like copper,
Oh, you're gonna check on the children
copper,
that have been
silver,
missing.
and
Gold
then
electrum.
I tell you what.
Tomorrow.
Or is it?
or no, I think it's electrum gold.
That's what I was wondering.
we
I
need to
can't remember
have
if it was
good
half gold or
rest
gold was
before
half
we check on the
electrum.
children?
Oh, I'll tell you what.
It's for the kids.
Electrum piece is worth 5 silver, so
Yeah.
electrum
Okay,
is like
it's half.
half a gold
Yeah.
That's okay.
So it's 10 silver for the rooms.
Yeah, 10 silver.
or 1 gold.
That's reasonable.
Okay, somebody take off gold, and he takes the money and he goes,
Not where my
okay,
money is.
and they point you out to the rooms which are upstairs.
Minus 1 gold.
So we're gonna.
And there actually is there's
Oh.
a stable area for you, and one of the children walks you over there.
So are we gonna check on the children tonight? Is that what
No.
it is?
I
Well,
might.
it's still
I
like
think we should
Yeah,
look
still some
into the
daylight
family.
left.
Go.
We can-
Really, I thought
got
we
time to
just
go talk to them.
arrived here. What time did we get to?
It's kind of late in the day. It's not quite dark, but it's
It's
got maybe
good.
an hour or 2.
Yeah.
We can get this.
We got time to go talk to the
We can
people
go
anyway.
retrieve our quest and then take care of it tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. Well then, do we have time to go talk to the Baron Baroness while you guys are doing that?
That we should do tomorrow.
Is it
Clerk's
nighttime?
office is closed.
It's evening.
We probably shouldn't pop in on that
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, no, we should.
And we should probably take a representative that knows them.
I actually, tell you what, I am going to find a kid who looks like they might want to make a copper.
Okay.
Oh,
Man.
all right.
And I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to
pause this
write, I'm going to get a piece of paper from the proprietor of the establishment. And write a little note and say I'm the daughter of the burgomaster of the town of Barovia. Dad passed away a few days ago from stress, and Ismark is in trouble, and we're here looking for evidence of the Mad Mage being real. If you know anything about it, we would love to talk to you tomorrow. And we're staying at the Blue Water Inn. And I'm going to give it to the kid and say, deliver this to the Baron and Baroness. And
He's about 8 or 9 years
yeah,
old.
and come back and I'll give you 5 copper.
Wow. Okay. Ooh, thank you. Thank you. And much like a lot of the other kids in town, he's got kind of like a 1,000-yard stare. He looks like he's shell-shocked. He's not really interested in much, and he just kind of takes it and walks on. Okay. So you guys are going to go to the house and check on the family.
Yeah. Do a wellness check.
Okay. You knock on the door and wait a few moments, and there's no answer.
Is there a back door?
Is it locked?
No, there's just one entry.
On the back door.
You gotta try the knob.
Yeah.
It's not locked. Opens up.
Okay. I open it and then call in, hello?
You open it looking. It's a bit dark, but you can still got some light and stuff. There's only
I can see good.
blankets on the floor. There's no furniture. There's 2 people, middle-aged, laying on the floor, look like they're unconscious, and there's a bit of cloth with crumbs and stuff around it.
I'll go in and try to wake one of them up. Shake them.
Doesn't wake up.
Are they alive?
Yeah.
Leave that
They've got a
up to
smile on their
somewhere.
faces.
Mm-hmm.
Look like they were gassed by the Joker.
I'll take a few of the crumbs and hold them up to Fest. It's like, these smell familiar to you?
I'm just gonna, I that one piece didn't do crap for me. I might go shaky. I'm going, it's the same one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there's any more in here we should get rid of so that other people don't accidentally eat it.
Is there any way to tell, like, how long they've been out? Like, Oh no, I lost my die.
Give me a medicine check.
Yeah, I have a +4. I think. I do. Yes. 17.
Maybe about 3 or 4 hours.
I say, we tie them up, we stay here till they wake up. Then we ask them questions about pies, where the furniture went, and especially where the kids went.
We just pay for nice rooms.
Pretty
We
sure
might-
they sold their furniture, just like
That
people
seems, yeah, that
in my
makes sense,
town
but
who
we
eat
can.
pies.
We might be in luck, and they might be having pies delivered to their house,
Well,
and the people will come here in the morning.
We can waylay.
we also
I'd like to
don't.
just go ahead and search the house.
Okay.
More
Give,
immediate.
give me, you're gonna,
Don't steal anything.
give me an investigation
We don't
check.
really have to
I
tie
guarantee
them.
there's probably nothing.
Bet if we're
to
just here and we
steal.
talk to them, they might cooperate.
I got 21.
There's not a whole lot here. It looks like everything's, you can see spots where things used to be, like little
If
dust
it were
shadows.
copper, it would be gone though, right?
Yeah. There is one little doll that's sitting over there, and it's a little princess doll with blonde hair, and its tag says,
Will end up costing somebody their life.
Nothing would fulfill me more than to go mete out vengeance and justice on this old woman with her cart. This is like my whole story.
You just want to have been right about the evil pie lady.
Of course. And meta comment, I do have to get back to Lexington about 15.
okay.
Well, if we leave town now, we're stuck outside for the night.
That's a fair point.
And I know I'd like to, bash on
I'd
old
like to be
ladies
grandma.
during the day, right?
Did the guy say how long the kids have been gone? I mean, is it like they left 10 minutes ago? And
He said they'd just been missing.
Well, this guy
So-
picked without the kids were still here, and this one didn't he? Because he wanted to check on these kids.
Yeah,
he
these
said.
kids specifically.
So they
Yeah.
probably just got
So they
taken.
probably just went missing.
So you might be right. You might want
Here's
to go
the
now.
thing, if we get locked out of the city, we'll just go stay at my
Grandma's.
boyfriend's grandma's house.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be just delighted.
Yeah, I'm with him. If these kids can be saved, we probably should go now.
I'm rooting for Oleg at this point. Like, I'm like invested.
We're shipping pretty hard.
I mean, he went out of his way.
It's true. I didn't reject him.
He was the only one
Thank
that
you
tackled.
for his goods and services. You friend zoned an NPC.
I never
He
revealed my
picked
true
you a
feelings.
flower to go with your omelet.
So yeah, I think we can go now and try to trek that 2 or 3 miles to the windmill.
I think we should
Yep.
too.
Literally the nicest person you've met in this entire
Yeah, I do.
Tsundere
crap
over here.
hole.
One of the only actually nice people we've met.
How's the dog doing? Have you walked it?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's still my
yeah.
fight, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good dog. It's
It's
quiet.
just been-
Yeah, it's just been sleeping, and you've been getting it looks a little less like a rat now. It's filling out more.
Keeps on a ship.
Aw.
It's got big green ears.
Yeah.
Wash it off in the river and
Oh,
combed it
maybe
out.
my boyfriend could shave it for you.
Wait, is this like real life or in the game?
In the
In the
game.
game.
So Lancelot is still with you, and he's looking a little healthier. You let him out a bit and to like run and play and stuff, but
Aw.
yeah, he hops around. Yeah, you didn't kill him like my high school students did in their game.
Are they evil?
One is now. But that's a different tale.
So
Yes.
as we go, I'll just be sure to be especially vigilant for wolves.
Okay.
And whatever tracking I do, like I
He
know
has a wolf.
what I'm looking for, basically.
Okay. So you guys make your way out of town as it's getting dark.
Okay, sorry.
The guard at the gate, it's a different one, and he goes, "If you leave, you won't be allowed back in."
What? Tonight? Yeah, we'll
Tonight.
come back tomorrow.
Okay. He opens it up and he lets you out quickly and closes it shut. bars it from the other side. We got torches lit on the top.
How close is the encampment from here?
The what?
The encampment.
The Vistani encampment? You didn't ask anybody. You'd have to look around the city.
Just ask the guy.
Oh, the guy.
We were-
Oh, I thought you guys just got shoved out. It's about
It's good to have a voice.
it's about a half a mile off of out of town.
That's not bad. On the way to the windmill?
No, it's on the other side of town.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's alright.
Let's book it to the windmill.
Okay.
You own it, so we can sleep there, right?
Yeah, I'll let you. I'll charge rent.
Assuming that it doesn't
All right.
get burned down when we kill the...
You don't burn it down.
No.
Yeah, stop burning down my property.
No, you should absolutely burn it down. We go,
Armor
you cast,
on.
We go, you cast
Okay.
the fireball, and then we just leave. It burns down.
What about the children inside? The whole point of us
They're
going
already
now.
paid.
As you go out of town, someone give me a perception check. If someone's helping, you can give me a...
I'll help.
I also
I'm
have night vision.
I got 20
Percepting.
plus
Ooh,
1 perception.
I don't see shit.
You keeping your eyes out for wolves and stuff, you hear in the distance maybe half a dozen dire wolves. And they sound like dire because they don't sound like small wolves. Kind of, howling in the distance.
How close are we to the windmill?
At this point, you're probably about 3/4 of a mile away from the window.
Okay, I tell them, let's book it.
Okay. So you run.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. To the windmill. Can't remember the chapter the windmill's on.
Army of Darkness, like witch battles, like she's faking it, get axe.
Before we go in here, I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
That's fine.
To the window.
You could cast it
I'll
on
cast-
our
I'll cast Fairy
buff buddy.
Fire on you, and so you're still good.
And
Can you have the armor and the invisibility at the same time?
okay, so the old Slavic road transitions here from being a winding path through the Balonok Mountains to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside. It's just a trail. As it descends into the fog-filled valley, in the heart of the valley, you see a walled. You see the walled town that's in the back, and then this branch leads up to the top. A dilapidated stone windmill that's warped wooden vanes are stripped bare. Let's see. When you get to be about 60 feet away, the onion-domed edifice leans forward and to one side as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray sky. You see a gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows on floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. Perched on a wooden beam above the door is a raven. It hops about and squawks at you, seemingly agitated. It's like just hopping around, squawking, looking directly at you guys.
I mean, I'd say we're pretty much storming this castle.
You want
Walking
a
in,
javelin?
right?
You
Would
can
you
hit
like
the
to hear the
raven.
latest testament of...
Yeah, I'll javelin the raven. I'll throw a javelin.
No,
at
no,
the
no, don't hurt ravens. Don't hurt
Somebody
ravens.
give me a wisdom check, insight check.
Who wants to
Insight?
give it-
You get all
better-
characters. Yeah.
22.
22?
11.
14.
You, Ireena, and Fest believe that the raven's trying to warn you.
I'm gonna parry his javelin.
Well, you can just tell me.
No,
We're
no.
sensible.
PC fighting.
No, I'll tell him. I'll put my hand on your shoulder from, like, I'll run up to you and put my hand on your shoulder and say, I think it's friendly. I don't think it's trying to hurt us. I think it's trying to tell us something.
Who got the highest perception? What was it?
Insight.
22? You saw also next to
Oh,
the...
sorry, perception was
Perception was
20.
him. I was inside.
Okay. Ark, you saw, kind of off the distance, in the, moonlit night, 4 stones rising up out of the ground. Kind of like Stonehenge. It's just...
Oh, so they're not actively rising.
No, they're just...
They have...
That would be weird.
Okay. Well,
That's not the weirdest
saw
thing we've
Gringo.
seen.
I feel like if
Wouldn't
they were
count.
actually like doing this, more of us would have seen
And that's
it.
behind the windmill,
it's off to the side.
off to the side.
Yeah.
How you said Stonehenge like? So
Yeah, they're like... Yeah.
looks like this place is built on ley lines or something.
5-6 feet tall.
Can
Not
you
quite
talk to
stone
animals?
You know what? As a matter of fact, I can speak to animals.
Oh wow.
As a part of the Path of the Totem Warriors, I cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Thank you, paladin friend.
Like, I want to kill that thing. Just kidding.
So I do
Talk to it.
cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And I asked this raven, so what's up? Like,
So you guys need to. This is what's coming
Sure.
through. It. You guys need to stay away from this tower.
cheap.
You see, yeah, cheep, 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 cheep. That's what you guys are hearing. To him, it's this is dangerous. These broads will kill you in here. They're deadly.
We here trying to kill them to rescue the kids.
Well, good luck.
Have you seen a lot of kids coming in?
You kids come in, they do not leave.
When do the women come out and how are they most vulnerable?
They come out and they bring pies.
They come out all at once?
Oh, separately. Mostly the old one comes out.
Do they go visit the stones?
Oh, sometimes they bring things to the
Do
stones.
you wait and
Yes.
ambush them by the
Yes.
stones?
Yes.
When
Actually,
talking
I'm sorry.
item
I'm sorry.
cheaping,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you're cheaping. You're like cheep, 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 and it's cheaping back, and it's to you. You're like real like stern and like nodding and talking. And then it peers over and it looks at the stones and it goes, hey, Carl, stop that. There's a pie on top of one of the stones and there's a raven just like pecking at it. Carl, stop. We told you, stop, Carl. And they're just like pecking away at the.
So we were the best
Oh,
place.
I see where everyone at.
We were the best
Do you
place to
notice
be
it?
Did you kick it?
to ambush them as they're coming out.
What do I have to roll? Because
Well, you don't know. You haven't noticed the pies yet.
okay.
You haven't heard this bird.
Oh, that's
yelling
true.
at
That's
us.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
all
just
you
hearing
hear
quick.
is-
Cheep, 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 cheep. Yeah.
We're the best place to be to ambush them, or one of them.
Well, you're gonna have to.
I'm asking the bird.
Oh, the bird. I don't know. I would not fight them. They're very, very dangerous.
Hmm.
Is that a chimney?
To you a bird, or to us as six, people who can fight.
I don't know. You try your luck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just here to warn you. I saw you coming up the path and thought I'd warn you. And it sounds like you've talked to animals before. This one sounds pretty intelligent. I mean,
Yeah.
except for the accent. It sounds really...
Have you always been a raven?
Yes.
Oh, dang.
Are you flirting with him?
So
So this has been going on for a bit.
So
He's
this
just
went
like
along?
talking away.
I think Speak with Animals lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah.
God, why didn't have it on when the scarecrow ate the other one? You would have heard it screaming. I'm like, oh God, no! Why are you just watching?
Yeah, it turns out you actually put that other raven out of its misery.
So
Yeah, probably did.
I'll tell
Mercy killing.
Carl, like, just give us a second, and I'll turn to you all and let you know.
Oh no, that one's not Carl. The one eating the pie. is
Okay.
Carl. Carl's the dumb one.
I'll let you all know that he's saying that there are these three, and they are making pies. The kids come in, but they don't come out. Hold on one second. I'll go back to the bird. When's the last time you saw them?
I saw a few children get brought. They came in sacks. I assume they were children. That's what I was told up.
And the women, or one of them, was with them?
Yes, had a cart, parked it, and brought the bag in, tied up, and.
Where's the cart now?
I don't know. Maybe it's inside. I don't.
So I'll tell you all what has been relayed to me without repeating it.
Well, if we hinder our advances, then we, if there's some kids in there now, we might be able to save them.
I don't disagree.
If we wait,
Should
Is
one
that
of us...
chimney on top of that thing?
Yeah, there's a chimney.
Is it smoking?
Yeah.
I really like to true grit those witches out of there. We got up there and plugged that chimney.
Yeah, but then we'd also suffocate.
The roof does look
Well, I know, open the
rickety.
door.
I mean, if you're climbing up on that thing,
Kind of rickety.
yeah. And you think the people that were in the death house, which was all of you, you remember the emblem of the windmills and stuff, and you think, modeled right after this.
Oh, there was an emblem of windmills in
Your
the
building isn't up to code.
Oh, let's fake like we're building inspectors. And one of us knocks on the door. And we get the old one to come out. He's like,
So if
we
you
need
wanna-
to walk your property and discuss this.
If you want to plug that, I think somebody might have mage hand. So we're stuffing it full of stuff.
Yeah.
I think two
I
people
mean,
have
they'll
mage
open the
hand.
door and then we'll hopefully the kids won't die of asphyxiation. I mean, that phrase has been uttered a lot in history, I'm sure.
I mean, it sounds like they are dying of murder right now, so.
You guys can hear sounds like singing and dancing coming from some of the floors up in the.
Ah, that's evil.
Well, let's get this party rolling.
Baptist Paladin?
Or we have to plug the hole.
Oh God, that's good.
Brush.
Yeah,
It's not going to plug it, it's going to light on fire.
Was rocks.
Get
dirt.
burn down his window.
Yeah, you want to burn down your windmill?
I'll ask the bird if
pull
he
one
can
of the
fly up and
stones
see
from
where
the-
we are and come back down and tell us.
You'll be safe. You guys be safe. No. Hey, Car, I've got to go do this. And he goes over and the bird starts pecking the other one that's eating a pie, and they both kind of fly off. And one's chasing and pecking the shit out of the other. Shoot out of the other.
So we think there's only 3 of them, right?
I mean,
Yes.
That's what the bird said. It was only 3.
yeah, but like, the old lady travels by herself. It's nice.
That's a thatch roof,
Yeah.
though, isn't it? You
Yeah.
can just sit there and put the roof
And it's
in
fine,
there.
so-
We're
Yeah, there's 3 of them, but like,
Here, let me.
what's that work out to?
That's kind of
Hmm.
floors and everything. The map of the place.
Wish I had a grappling hook. Totally be nice. Dream.
Can mage
I say
hand
we
tie
figure out what
off?
our plan is, and then next time we start up, we enact that plan.
Okay.
Okay.
So
You
pause
guys
here
gotta leave
at
those-
the
I
door.
think so.
Those stone things, you guys aren't gonna look at those anymore. You're just gonna.
Well, do we see, like, do we all now notice them now that
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
one raven flew over there
Yeah.
and kind of
Yeah.
drew our attention?
Yeah.
Does he see the pie?
Give me a perception check.
He did earlier.
Beat a
He failed.
10.
Natural
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, you see the leftover remains of a pie. So
That's
I'm gonna-
all he's...
I'm gonna see how I feel about it. If I'm kicking the pie habit.
Nope.
How much that pie's left?
Your dice.
you
I
know.
know.
Once you get up close.
It's him, not the dice.
So you go up to the pie. He locks into on it like a homing beacon. Goes up there and you can see it's been packed in bits and pieces of it. And it's got the claw.
So it's not a whole pie.
It's not a whole pie. So yeah, you start scarfing away.
Oh, I want to ask you a question.
Mhm.
Since I suspect it's children, do I get any kind of modifiers to not want to eat this pie? Or do I want to eat it more?
I'll give you another one at the end of the day.
Sorry, guys.
Tastes delicious.
I'm gonna follow him and be like, "That's madam kids. What are you doing?" And I'm gonna like
Allegedly.
As
shove
you go
him
up to
off
follow
it.
him, you look at the bottom of one of the
Bowls.
the stones, and you can see little teeth. That are just,
Oh, those are teeth.
yeah.
I'm
think those are
disgusted
probably
by
children's
myself.
teeth.
I hate myself right
Those are
now.
definitely teeth.
And you look at the stone markers, and they appear to be there's an ancient Barovian legend that you know of the 4 cities of Barovia, and known to be paradises for the morning lord and the mother night, and where the ancient gods first lived. And each one of these pillars are representation of the 4 cities. It's kind of got like a autumn, spring, winter, fall kind of thing to it. And you can, there's Brez, there's Barovia, there's Kresk, and Valaki are all.
I'm just gonna say my guy's crying. I'm serious. I'm eating this pie. I can't stop myself.
Give me a religion check too.
To me?
Yeah.
See if you lose it.
13.
Yeah, you think the teeth are probably left there, some kind of religious thing, but you don't know.
If I've got a hankering, I might push it. And I kind of have a knowledge because I can do it after I make my roll.
Okay.
And see if I have some insight. What did I say I had? Oh,
13.
I have a 16 now.
16. You think this is an offering left to a wicked archfey known as Sethlin of the Crooked Teeth.
Okay.
Do the teeth have roots? Or is it just like...
Some of them you can see blood on them and stuff. They're just little
I'm
teeth.
gonna relay that information, and just be like I hate myself.
All right.
And with that, You guys are standing outside the old Bonegrinder. The windmill's kind of smoke's coming out.
You know, I think we should burn this place down.
It's dark.
You can build a new windmill.
There are kids in there. They
And
might
you're
be
deciding
alive.
what to do about the predicament in your face. We're going to stop. Thanks for watching, guys. And
Before we stop, I was right.
don't trust those ladies, I guess.
The last word.